Good day, citizens. The time has come to engage the verse. The time is now. The verse is among us. We must explore. What up, man? How we doing? How are we doing? It's a beautiful day. Ends in Y. I'm good. How are you? You also say make it so? I mean, make it so. There you go. Done and done. Good game. What up here? It's very good to see you. Hello? I say hello. Okay, so we set this to here, and then we resized this like so over there, and then down like so. I'm going. Drugs are bad, I'm going. Drugs are bad, I'm going. Let me see something.
I would
Have been swallowed.
up.
Have you ever been swallowed up? How about you just do the thing I tell you to do? Good. Do it. Stop playing with me. Look, let's sandwich you today. Yes. No longer a Philly cheese. No longer Philly cheese life. Not being a Philly cheese is the way, if I may. If I may, do what we say. Oh yeah. More Philly cheese. I mean, you can never really go wrong with Philly cheese out of principle, but still, Philly cheese though. Philly cheese though. Philly cheese though. Oh yeah, no. Snip it near the Philly cheese. All right, so that works. Intriguing. One of them don't. Sorry, though, because the one that don't. It's connected otherwise. It's not a sandwich stream. Not anymore. Sandwich directory no longer exists, which hurts a little bit because I would definitely sandwich it out on occasion because of the smartass that I am. Anytime we brought a sandwich into the studio, it'd be like, well, sandwich time. So they knew not to keep that up. They knew. Because we would definitely be eating a sandwich anymore. I had 18 glasses wiping apparatuses in here, and they're gone now. Boom, 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 boom. I'm trying not to wipe them on my shirt. Too late. It's done. That grinder episode from Family Guy. What?
Phrasing?
Oh, that one doesn't have the E. I was very concerned. No, for April Fool's Day, Twitch had a sandwiches category. So it's like instead of the game, like instead of Star Citizen, we were in sandwiches. And since I didn't have a sandwich, like I ate the sandwich. It was a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I ate that John real quick. But since I ate it so quick, it was like, all right, I guess we're just not gonna rock with sandwiches the whole time. So I Googled best Philly cheesesteaks and then took an image from it and then put it as my face. So we were a Philly cheesesteak for a hot minute. It was nice. Let me open up YouTube. I see you, King Boo. What up?
You ain't slick.
If you got a dip, I understand. Accidental clicks happen all the time. But today we're gonna rock out with some Inside Star Citizen and then hop into the burst. Hopefully we can knock out the Overdrive missions. I know we still have all of them from last week, which I don't even know if we'll be able to do in time. But I'm gonna try anyways. But today, the reason I'm so excited is because of one thing. Moby Glass. If you've been following Star Citizen for a while, or you've been following this stream for a while, you know full well, one of my favorite things that's coming to the update of Star Citizen is the Moby Glass and the new map system, which, when I say I'm very excited about it, no words can properly explain my excitement for it. I'm muted. Word disrespectful. That explains a lot. Appreciate that. That should solve that whole issue. Appreciate you, Zay. Thank you much. I forgot this, like when I, in my Stream Deck button to start the stream, I unmute the audio and then go live. So like I noticed it. I was like, all right, let me fix it. And I didn't. So thank you for the heads up. I'm glad that somebody actually said something because I've been in here talking. But got it taken care of. You had a chance to try the 3.23 stuff yet? No. I'm trying not to. I know it exists. I know it's a thing. I really want to, but I can't stream it. And I don't know if I can release video of it after the fact. So I don't want to record videos of it and then be wrong, thinking that we'd be fine, and then be like, oops, what happened was. All right, so today we're going to check out some Inside Star Citizen, see what the hype is. Not even see what the hype is. I already know the hype around the map and the mobi-glass. I need it. But they're going to give us a direct, like, focus on it. Let's go. What up, Help Me? How you doing? Help, need help, somebody, help. Let me play. About to catch these hands in Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. Why I gotta catch hands in Sparkling Zero Dragon Ball? Who said I was even gonna get Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero? Like, if you're trying to throw hands, I will catch hands in games. That happens. But gotta be the right game, right? Gotta be the right game. So like Tekken 8. We have Tekken 8. Street Fighter 6. We have Street Fighter 6. You're trying to throw hands, throw hands. It's cool. What up? Help Me. I'm glad to hear you're okay. You're very welcome. You can discuss it though, and no, you can't show any video or audio of it even after release if the video audio was recorded during the NDA. So say the NDA, basically. So I don't even want to touch it because then it removes my surprise when we go live and we do it live. Because one of the things that I've loved about streaming, one of the things that I've always loved about streaming is my literal, this is me being excited about it right now experience. For me, that's important. So it's just a thing. Got to keep it in mind for me. I don't ever want to like go that hard and then do it wrong and then be like, yeah, what happened was. No thanks. No thanks. All right, so let me move that, move that like that. Perfect. So now I get all of it and still have it separated. I'm like looking at things behind the scenes, how to make the stream and the specific things happening behind the scenes in it work smoother for my brain to allow functionality to the game that is broadcasting. Like I have multiple different like chat tools, and then like one of them I clicked on OBS and then one of them took over. It's like, whoa. It's not what I wanted, but we figured it out. We're good. All right. Bet. All right. So Jared looks very mischievous, excited about whatever he's talking about right now, or what he's about to talk about. I'm very concerned. So let's see. Let's see what the fuss is about.
Never sat in this one before. As Alpha 323 continues its journey towards becoming Star Citizen's biggest life in the verse as we know it patch yet, we know lots of folks have patiently waited to see one thing above all others, the Misk Raptor.
Oh, wait.
What? The mobi-glass and star map.
I need the Misk Raptor.
The mobi-glass and newly christened map app.
Disco. Map app. Maps and apps, and we get some slaps.
Welcome.
Is Black Wolf in this? There's a lot of bears. It's a lot of bears.
So the mobi-glass is getting a massive visual overhaul for 323.
So excited about this.
Been living with for years. It kind of does the job, but you can see it's dated now.
So the entire mobi-glass is overhauled from what it was before. It's using a new technology that we've built called cards, and we use cards for other UIs throughout the game. For the mobi-glass, it was a big task to convert because it has a lot of apps in it as well. So we need to convert all of those apps over to the new tech in order for the entire thing to be able to release.
So in 3.23, we've got a really big improvement to the user experience. So everything's designed to look nicer and feel nicer.
It does.
And sadly, we haven't really had all the time we needed to get all the apps there.
Hold on. There's one thing about this that is just like my favorite thing that I didn't pay attention to. Is that when you open a new app, that every little section animates in on its own. Oh, that's a beautiful touch. Worried about the roadmap update yesterday with losing things, but happy to just see the opposite. What did we lose on the roadmap?
We've got a really big improvement to the user experience. So,
like, look at that. Hold on. Where's the speed? Let me slow this down. 25.25 speed. Look at this. Watch every individual little section.
Got a really big.
Watch every one of these animate in once they click something else. It needs better toe rendering. I mean, maybe. Look at that. Everything is animating in on its own accord. That's just a beautiful touch. As someone who likes interface a lot, like I literally did interface as a job, I'm a big fan of individual elements animating in on their own fast enough where it's not like super slow, but it gives a nice little feel. Now, I'm very curious about the toe rendering because that's a specific thing. You want to be. Wow. First off.
Hey, yo, who mans is this?
Second.
Phrasing.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. What you did there. I see. All right. Boom. Never zoom.
Nicer and feel nicer.
Despite being in April, no
sadly, we
had a
haven't
single
really
test I was
had all
concerned
the
on that.
time we needed to get all the apps there, so you are going to recognize the VMA and the comms app just as they have always been, but with
usually try to disable as many UI UX animations as I can. I personally love them. I get the feeling they, with having as much of them, they're probably going to have an option. You're handsome. I appreciate that.
Updated home screen. So
GB Bubble, thanks so much.
You can do things like view your ship. You can see your health, notifications.
It's like always, like I feel confident about myself, but sometimes I'm just like, feeling mid. So I needed that. Thank you.
New health app where you can see all the things that's currently affecting your health and all the stats that you would normally see on your health.
What happened in your man's hip where that one leg?
All the stats that you would normally see on your health.
No joke. Follow up to that. I was hoping not. I was just leaving it at accepting that. Appreciate the follow.
We're going to have things like radiation. We've got existing stuff like you can break bones. If you heal yourself, you can potentially overdose. You can have drug effects.
The fact that you can OD on healing stuff, just like in real life.
Just walking around.
That's right. Light them up.
So
light them up.
This new app where you can track all that stuff.
So the health app.
I legit thought he was dancing for a second. Like
we added this new app where you can track all that stuff.
So the health app is going to be the place.
Don't that look like it could have been a dance? Like, come on.
New app where you can track all that stuff.
So the health app.
It's almost like he's like
the place to go when for some reason you're feeling ill and you
moonlit, right?
That extra
little bit of like a forward moonwalk.
Like, what do I need to
like, man, just like
to take care of myself to get out of this situation? So the contract
can we see if we can catch a tapeworm from undercooked fish and birds? I don't know about that. First chapter, holy, good to see you, fam.
Obvious that
been a minute.
It's not doing all the things you need it to.
All the functionality is essentially the same internally, but it needed a visual polish and also the user experience needed bringing up to date. So some new features like you can toggle between illegal missions. You can see what the rewards are going to be ahead of time.
Blah, blah,
randomly getting attacked by the police. Hopefully. It's probably your fault anyway.
Damn! Yo!
Illegal missions. You can see what the rewards
are going to be ahead of Polish time. Yet fair.
So no more randomly getting attacked by the police. Hopefully. It's probably your fault anyway.
Wow, like Faza still on, boy. Is this only online? Yes. There is a single player game that they are making, but
big improvements.
It's probably
what the hell is this? That's what it looks like he's saying.
Attacked by the police. Hopefully.
What the hell is this?
Anyway.
Ah!
Some big improvements coming to the Mobi-Glass. That's coming in 3.23.
I've been well. First, thanks for asking.
Talk about yet was the star map. We've had the original star map in Star Citizen for a long time, so it was overdue for an update.
I am so excited for this.
Don't get me wrong.
Like, you owe the money right. Beat this dude like he owed me money.
But I think
now, see, I wonder if the personal tab is home.
Skylink app, it did what it should, but I think it has grown a bit obsolete.
No, death to the old star map.
That's harsh.
The original
No, for real,
one
death to
just
the old
showed
star map. For real,
with
for
the
real.
stars and planets and so on.
I mean, broken
We
on
wanted to
arrival.
expand on that.
I don't think that's an animation we're gonna have in game. That's just a funny animation they did for this
You're gonna
video.
realize that the star map is not just the star map anymore.
I have a hard
It's the
time
everything
accepting
map.
that a man with that level of beard is capable of being one-tapped. I mean, you'll be
The star map
surprised.
anymore.
People with thick beards
Time in 323.
can get like
You're
one
gonna
shot,
realize
one
that
hit
the
of
star
quitters
map is not
immediately.
just the star map
Also,
anymore.
hold on for a second.
Time in 323. You're gonna realize that the star map.
I
is
can't
not
wait
just
till we can
the
get
star map
maps
anymore.
and
It's
download
the
maps. Why is it
everything
that
map.
there's always a
Realize
random
that the
dude
star map is
flying
not
outside
just
in space?
The star map anymore.
It's like out
the
there.
Everything map.
It's now called Maps app rather
What's the
than
last thing that they
Star.
released that wasn't broken on arrival for real though? Josh. One. That was just a video. Like, he was talking about getting stolen, like no more random getting hit on by cops. That was obviously a joke animation. And two, the game ain't done yet. Everything's gonna be broken on arrival. That's the point of it being alpha. When you go to buy the game, they have a pop-up that's like, we're sorry. Just in case you didn't know, this game is in alpha state, so it's not gonna be finished yet. You're buying into a game that's not done. What you're doing is supporting our ability to continue making it. Thanks. Have a good time. And then when you install the game, when I go to launch it, we're going to have to acknowledge that same thing again. So like that's expected, especially with a major patch like 3.23 is shaping up to be. It is going to be an absolutely massive patch. A bunch of stuff is going to be broken. A bunch of stuff is going to need to be fixed. That's fine. It's fine and dandy. There's nothing wrong with that, but it is going to happen. I don't know, fam. That's just the way I look at it, but I'm gonna shut up. Let's continue.
Because we now have the
Every single
Imperium
time,
map,
right?
which
Every time
shows,
you
like,
launch the
local
game from the
area,
launcher,
as
it's like,
well
hey,
as sort
you
of-
do know this game is not done, right? Yeah. But still, I love playing with broken stuff. I mean, same. I've been playing since 2015, so I know the feel. I know the frustration of like, oh, this thing is awesome, but these are the things wrong with it. That's a part of. That's what we signed up for by backing this game, in my opinion. What are you looking for, Discord? Is it exclamation specs? Is that the command that you were hoping to have run? And if it doesn't work, I have to do more work. I think I'm gonna start just chatting stream like one of these days, and then just like transfer so much of my stuff over to StreamerBot because it's just a good idea. Just glad they fixed the mule duping. True. I love the fact that you can get pretty much everything in game at this point. It's a great thing. It's a great feeling, in my opinion.
because we now have the interior map, so this shows like your local area, as well as sort of zooming out and showing the.
I love her shirt.
So what is the interior map?
Boom,
It's a
boom,
bird's
boom.
eye view of the
Appreciate the
current
likes,
environment.
Brendo. Boom, 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 boom.
It's a really cool 3D map. So instead of just having a top-down view,
Very
this is
cool.
showing
Empire of
you
the Ants. It
actual
looks
level.
amazing.
And
Ooh.
it's presented as a fully schematic 3D view in which you can find every relevant point of interest, such as a shop, transit station, hospital, and the like.
You can get them for ships, for
How
landing
badly
zones in
we
323.
need this.
In future, we'll expand
Changes
on that and add it to more
everything.
areas.
And if
I feel like multiple people sent me another game that immediately made it to my wish list of like Jump Ship or something like that. And it's like a 4-player co-op. Space shooter is great. You know, the Furious Bible in game yet? Finishes out a CCU chain with my Fury with LTI. Ooh, I don't know if you can buy it in game yet. Curiosity.
if you're not familiar with the location you just arrived to, or you're a new player and you're not familiar with any of them, actually having the spatial awareness of where the things that are relevant to you are
Boom, boom, boom,
is
boom,
going
boom.
to provide a giant step up in terms of the experience of the game in general.
As it's fully 3D, you can
Can I get
move
auto-pathing
around,
and walking as
navigate
well?
between floors, zoom in and out, and so on, as you'd expect.
You will see the local
That would be
area
delightful.
where you're walking around, something you've never
For
been
real,
able
for real.
to do before. Essentially, you'll be able to navigate between all the different rooms and different important areas of the game.
It also offers a way to overlay your own data onto it that is specific to you. So, for example, the location of your mission objective.
I love how it worked backward from your objective to you. That's
Custom
powerful.
markers.
You can
Pico
also use it to
stash.
plot a route to another location on the map. drop a marker and navigate to it. So we'll see a line on the map
What?
that shows you where you can
What?
actually go and where the easiest way to get there.
So on that map, you'll be able to just click any.
Drop a
I
marker.
don't think we can talk enough about the power of what they just did. Something to make the survival aspect a little more survival right now. It's just the gimmick, I feel. Which one? You talking about the food and water situation? I mean, you still do have to eat and drink. I feel like they've been trying to find the right balance of requiring you to eat and drink without making it overkill, if that makes sense. Because I find regularly that when I log in, it's like, all right, I should probably eat something. And if I don't eat something, somebody in chat's like,
hey, DJ, you should probably eat something.
and then I have to eat something. So, options. Those will make good gaming partners. Mistakes, memories, and regrets.
Damn.
But yeah, the power of being able to click ship weapons and then click a button to set a marker and then work backwards from where that is to you. Exemplary. It's exemplary. I need this.
Map that shows you where you can actually go and where the easiest way to get there.
So on that map, you'll be able to.
Who wants some noodles?
Any room you want to go to, you can go
Just
between
Dietrich.
the different zones of the area.
Dietrich wants some noodles.
Place a little marker.
I'm doing
and
great,
it'll
BG. I hope
be
the same
there.
for you.
So navigating is one of the primary use cases we want to make as robust as we can.
We know the
for
location of vehicles and
323.
items for
So part of that
decently still can find the
involves
CCL though.
providing
Namaste.
a variety of
Hey,
fallback cases
that's what you gotta do,
in order
fam.
to help
Appreciate you
best
talking. Appreciate you
understand
talking
how to
about
get somewhere. So for instance, if we ask the AI system and it can't return you a path via.
Also, had you
nav
responded to
links
the
and
DM I
nav
sent you a while back?
we can ask the transit system. And if the transit system says there's a
Not
connection
yet. Okay,
between
cool.
the two zones, then that would help you route.
At the time of recording,
Gonna catch you slip one day? Nah.
having issues.
I told you already.
All the
Did you
different
though?
OCs
You have a
that's
small map on
in
the side, or do I need to
big
keep opening?
landing
I feel like
zone.
there is now
If the transit
a
system
mini map. I feel like they
have
just
links and
changed
nav
some of
links. For
the
instance, if we ask the AI
display. Because
system
right now
and
there's
it
no
can't
mini map,
return
but
you
once
a
we get
path
into
via
it, there will
its
be.
nav links and nav meshes, we can ask the transit system. And if the transit system says there's a connection between the two zones, then that would help you route.
So at the
Or
time of
welcome to the Night Corley,
recording,
courtesy of
we're
Northern Tech.
having
Hermit, appreciate the
issues
support.
loading all the
Thank you
different
much.
OCs that's in a big landing zone.
The one of those dogs and let it loose in the space
We're
station.
looking into these solutions
Why dogs?
to make sure that you can track from one part.
The space
to
dogs?
a
Oh,
few
no.
different parts of the area.
You can search.
So Star Map. Star Map is vastly improved.
This is about to
The main
get
thing
glorious.
we wanted to change was make it a nice user experience. So everything in there has been overhauled.
When you open your map, you'll first of all be confronted with your local area, so you'll see
Fair
what room
enough.
you're in and what's close to you. But you can also zoom out and you will see the universe.
Ooh,
open
I
up
thought
in
I
front
sent
of
the
you as you
question
zoom out.
and I
From here, you
hadn't
can
sent the
see
question.
entire
I'm gonna send the
verse.
question
You can see all the
now.
planets.
Space stations, Lagrange points, all of that good stuff. You can then click on any of those markers and you will be automatically panned and zoomed into them so you can see a little bit more detail about them.
What?
If you're zoomed in on a planet, for example, you can zoom in a little bit more and you can start to see the surface locations. So you can see towns, outposts.
That's
All the information you need about them.
beautiful.
We're adding this new system where you can see all the amenities
Oh.
that are available at that location.
So for outposts, landing zones and stations, there will be a section here for amenities, which will show you things like whether you can buy weapons here, whether you can buy ships here, whether there's a food court, whether there's a hospital or a clinic. All of these sorts of things you'll be able to see on those box outs, so you'll know which is the most appropriate location to go to.
Ugh.
We showed in tests
50% of the problems implementing this game is balancing the various highly invested fan camps.
Rotate
True
with the
facts.
map, and if they've gone behind the planet, they fade
Very
out.
true.
If they're in front of your view, they're brighter, so you can see them more easily. So at the moment, if you zoom in, it will eventually get too big and you'll go through. But I am currently working on it so that it will zoom in to the surface and you'll never actually sort of clip through the planet.
Man,
Tried to
I
make
love
it
the fact that they're that open about that process. Like the power of being able to have the discussion talking about this.
Outpost.
All the information you need
Is
about them.
powerful.
We're adding this
Is
new
there a
system
Benny's?
where you can see all
Also,
the amenities that are available
wow.
at that location.
So for outposts, landing zones, and stations, there will be a section here for amenities, which will show you things like whether you can buy weapons here, whether you can buy ships here, whether there's a food court, whether there's a hospital or a clinic, all of these sorts of things you'll be able to see on those box outs, so you'll know which is the most appropriate location to go to. We showed in CitizenCon, obviously, that these display much better now, so you'll see them rotate with the map, and if they've gone behind the planet, they fade out, and if they're in front of your view,
I'm loving the game,
brighter,
Brendo,
so you can
to
see them more
answer
easily.
that
So at
point.
the moment, if you zoom in, it will eventually get too big and you'll go through, but I am currently working on it so that it will zoom in to the surface and you'll never actually sort of clip through the planet.
And generally, we've tried to make it feel like a much more pleasant user experience. So there's things like items don't disappear off the back of the map anymore. Everything's easy to read.
So as always, the star map is what you're going to want to use to route your way through the verse.
You can still set routes as you could in the previous version, but there is a little bit more feedback if there's a problem and you can't set a route, whether you don't have enough fuel or whether it's obstructed.
It's going to be so easy. It's going to be so intuitive.
It's the little
for you
touch.
to
It's the little
click the
touches.
Thing. And there you get the button to say.
KP, we literally played No
Man's
Man's Sky last week. It is fantastic. It is far better than it was when it launched. When was the last time you played? I think is the question that I would ask based on what you said. Because they've been making it better since
There
2016.
are a few
Like
things that are new.
every
This
3
new
months,
star
there's a new
map
update.
that have
Like
not been seen
I don't
in
know
the old
how
star map. The primary one there would be
it
search.
can get that much better.
No, when you can set the routes.
There are a few things that are new.
Will the map
for
the
this
cave?
new
Can you
star
drop a
map
marker in the cave
that
to get
have
out
not
if
been
you're lost?
seen
That's a great
in the old
question.
star map. The primary one there would be search.
How
So
gorgeous
we
is
now
this?
have a list of all locations. So there'll be a little drop down in your top left corner. If you open that up, you can see the full list of locations ordered by what is closest to you. And then
Good
you
God.
can also type any location and it will appear. So you could type, for example, L1 and all of the Lagrange point ones would appear.
Yo.
So this allows you to a lot more flexibility to finding what you're looking
Yo.
for when it's not as sort of, immediately right there when you're at the current view. So you can go all the way across
That
the
is beautiful.
solar system to look at something completely different.
Huh?
Star Citizen is a massive
Huh?
systemic game. We've got all this cool stuff going on. We've got multiple players.
I can't
doing
wait till
things at
I get this
different
hair,
times.
man.
So we
I need
wanted
them
to
locks. They
improve
need to
the
put them locks in
overall
immediately.
interface
It's only
from the
15
player
years
to that
away.
game.
This update is within a
A
month or
big part
two.
of that is
Ross.
the new Moby Glass.
So not quite.
Finally, we've gone to this effort to refactor and do the whole Moby Glass hub from scratch. New maps, new applications, everything is using new tech, and we have a much more flexible and robust system for the Moby Glass under the hood.
When you're playing Star Citizen, it should be a smooth
I'd be
experience.
invincible.
You shouldn't be stuck trying to find whatever it is you need to find at the moment. We're helping you do that with the new apps, making it easier for you to find your missions or to even just find a place in the verse.
Now that we have that framework in place, then it's kind of the sky's the limit in terms of what we can do with it and how many apps we can develop for it. And it's all using new tech, it's clean, it's the way we want it.
The other big new feature is obviously the star map with the brand new interior map as
I
well.
need that star map so bad.
Citizen is a game about exploring.
need it all.
It is a game about space.
Gimme.
And even so, even when you're not going around in space, it's still about exploring.
Without the star map, it's really difficult to do that, right? This makes it so much easier to navigate around, to finding what you want and where it is, and how to get there.
Overall, it helps the player interact with the world, get to where they want to, do what they want to do more easily and quickly.
Yeah, I was thinking that word, but I didn't remember specifically, so I appreciate the ping on it because I was like, I think they talked about that, but also I don't want to be wrong.
So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that Moby Glass is finally converted over to building blocks in the new card system.
Nice.
Meaning that Flash, as we know it, has pretty much gone to live on a farm upstate. That the conversion
They did
sets
all
the
that in
stage for
Flash?
the
That's
creation
actually
of
impressive.
multiple new apps going forward.
You say it's coming to Xbox
And that
yet?
The new internal map and star map have combined to become simply the map app.
Just
now, of course,
PC
remember
right
that
now.
all things you see on ISC are a work in progress. And as any player
Factual.
of Evocati or developer alike may tell you, we'll continue to iterate between when you see it here and its upcoming release in Alpha 3.23.
Yeah.
For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. Thanks for letting us share the process of game development with you.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all here next week.
Next week. See you next week. Beep, 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 beep. Flash can go to a farm upstate and run around, crash to its heart's content. I mean,
Hi,
It's still impressive.
I'm not in this episode, but they told me to show you this.
Picanardo. Picanardo de Pangrio. I need to get another applause emote. Can't stand these company and these drums. What drums? You got drums? Did you? Why? I thought you said the drum. Also, I'm still mad that this doesn't exist.
Finally,
I want this so bad.
Made to reflect you, the heroes this galaxy needs.
Katie Cookie, welcome back. 33 months of it.
This is the way.
Sanitary.
Appreciate you.
None other exists.
I've never wanted a street sweeper in a video game. I want that right now. Reclamation and personal transportation of rubbish. Oh, oh, that shouldn't be so funny. Seriously, what drums are you talking about, Apple? Apple user. I want it. Like, I'd buy that for $1. Same. LTI included, I would hope. If not, it's going to get swept away by somebody else's Raptor. All right, so. Ooh, I forgot. Jumptown is back. It's probably a thing we should have a quick convo about. Jumptown safe. First things first. If you've never heard of it, Jumptown is basically a crime depot in Star Citizen. It's where the drugs are made. You go grab the drugs. You take the drugs elsewhere. You sell the drugs. So, for all intents and purposes, JT is never safe. Just never assume that JT is safe. It's never supposed to be safe. So just don't. But, New Jump City. Ready? Read on for all the gory details. Don't miss the action. Fancy. If you're from around here, wait a minute. If you're from around here, you've no doubt heard about Jumptown. Local legend tells us of the infamous hidden drug lab on the icy moon of Yella, and the bloody conflicts that rage there as local factions vie to control its production, or its fate. Now, years later, more drug labs have been uncovered in various locations around the stand system, and this time, the firefights will be deadlier, the spoils richer, and stakes higher than ever before. In 2019, Star Citizen community discovered a lucrative drug lab on the surface of Crusader's moon, Yella. What followed was a completely unplanned and surprised everyone, including our development team. Tens of thousands of players flocked to the outpost with split motives in mind. Eager outlaws and less than scrupulous organizations rushed to acquire and sell this newfound illicit treasure trove at any cost, while more lawful groups chose to lock down the station in a bid to prevent further criminal activity. This clash resulted in a perpetual tug-of-war between far-flung factions and homegrown heroes over control of the outpost. You never knew what you'd find when approaching Jumptown, which only the most dedicated could locate, since it wasn't easily pinpointed on standard issue maps. These events were so profound they ended up becoming official canon in Star Citizen's lore, a prime example of player actions shaping the future of the verse forever. Originally released in Star Citizen Alpha 3.16, this event inspired the original Jumptown Wars. Is back with all new improvements that will change you or challenge you like never before. Read on for more details about what to expect, and be sure to outfit your force for the impending mayhem. I like mayhem. So that's the look of one of the outposts. You can see like the barbed wire. I like how it's like you got a futuristic like outpost, but then like the little stuff like up here randomly somebody's got like let's put some tarps up just to have some shade. Seems like a bold move. Make a fun mission though. You get paid to go to outposts and use the nearby street sweeper to clear dust off the paths and walkways. Same with new depot centers. I feel like that'd be a great mission for starting characters, like starting players. Or like if you just lost your ship, that'd be a great way to start getting more money. Like every street 2 sweep gets a set amount of money. This isn't Helldivers, none at all. It's a great game. Helldivers is a very different game though. All right, alternative experiences. The new Daymar location offers a clear view for snipers and attackers. Whoa. Paradise Cove has moved to Walla and has a large mountain offering some protection from bombers and other aerial threats. Raven's Roost on Microtech now has the drug lab hidden in the mountains with trees and snowstorms, encouraging combat on foot or using light ground vehicles. Multiple points of contention Ooh, I love a good fatal funnel. It's easily defensible. Use what works and what you got. Yerp. The scofflaws and scalawags of Stanton are getting wiser, rotating locations of their automated drug operation over other drug production operations. Jumptown is but one of these facilities, so keep an eye on your mission manager for the up-to-date locations. Get the bag. SCU containers are bulky and conspicuous. Word around the system is the local scum has started to transport their contraband in smaller, more discreet parcels. Be sure to bring a multi-tool with a tractor beam attachment. Good to know. What side of the law are you on? This event can be undertaken by either lawful or unlawful players. The mission itself plays out in the same regardless of which path you take, with a few key differences. To take the lawful path, be sure you have a crime stat of 0. Then accept the mission from the local security office, marked in your contracts manager as a priority mission. The drug boxes you collect at the mission site will then need to be taken to the closest LEO port. On the lawful path, if you successfully deliver at least one run of contraband back to the LEO port, you will receive an AUEC bonus on top of the price of the drugs you deliver. To take the unlawful path, you must have a crime stat of any level and accept the mission from Rudo. To do this, you will need to have a non-negative affinity with the mission giver. Rudo knows how valuable this intel is, so he also asks a buy-in for the mission. On this path, all contraband must be taken to an unlawful trading post to be sold off, regardless of where the mission is taking place. The unlawful path will provide a bonus to the price of each successfully delivered drug box. Super cool. What up, Carbon Tales? How you doing? They make Jumptown bomb-proof. I mean, to be fair, this one isn't looking bomb-proof, but it does look like it might have some defensible situations, right? Like, the top of it, not bomb-proof. The insides, though, maybe. All right. How do I get started? Accept the mission. Open the mission manager in your MobiGlass and navigate to the priority category, either under the general tab for the lawful path or personal for unlawful. This will give you both the coordinate of the drug lab and where to sell the packages. Fly to the lab. The drug lab will be marked on your HUD in the star map. It may be on Microtech, Walla, or Daymar. If you're on the lawful path, you'll be taking the drugs to the corresponding LEO stations, which will also be marked on your HUD. If on the unlawful path, you'll be traveling to Grimhex for your payout. Grab the contraband. Once you arrive at the lab, your goal is to find the drug spawner inside, pictured here. This device will pump out one box of contraband every 30 seconds. The timer doesn't start until you grab the previous box, so you'll have to hold your position against anyone looking for the same payday if you want to maximize your earnings. Super cool. All right, so here's the schedule. Today, on the 4th, 9 a.m. Pacific. Okay, 23 hours. So basically it goes until from 11 a.m. Central to 10 a.m. Central the next day. And then it's down for an hour. And then boom, boom, boom. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're just running this for the 15th. That's fancy. People still do Jumptown. They've added a bunch to Jumptown, Carbon Tales. Like, this looks like the Daymar location, I believe, because they said it's open to snipers and attackers. There's Paradise Cove on Walla. There's Raven's Roost on Microtech. There's multiple locations for Jumptown. So, yeah. What is this? This is Star Citizen. I typically will keep it on the screen, so if you're on the clock, it'll be right here. If you come back to this broadcast, you will always see the game I'm playing right above my head. Or below, depending on where I put the camera. Either way, it should be on screen. All right, let's see what we got. So let's look at the ships that they're talking about for Jumptown. We're going to scroll down just far enough to not really get into the monies, because that part doesn't matter. Right now, we're just talking about ships. Now, personally, I don't like the Hercules. I feel like the Hercules looks dumb to me. My personal ship tastes don't look the same. Have to give it another shot? I would recommend it. What up, Sonic? Spirit Bomber? Yes. Now, it's weird that the Hercules I don't like, but the A1, the A2, too big. The A1 though, glorious. It's glorious. I don't know why I dislike this one. It feels like there's like an alien movie where like a blob of or alien-esque creature is reaching out with its head, and it looks like this. Like this head reminds me of like an alien blob creature, But then we go to like the Ares Inferno. Love it. I don't know why they recommend the Inferno for jump down, but I'm not against it. What's the best way to get in this game? I've tried multiple times, couldn't figure out what to do. Crack Lover, they're gonna be releasing 3.23, which is very soon. If you haven't played, I feel like it's like a month or so, maybe 2, depending on closer to close. I would say within 2 months, we're expecting this to be updated with 3.23, which is going to be one of the more impressive like quality of life and gameplay updates to the game. So within 2 months, it's going to be it might be different to start up. We'll see. Trying to see if I can get you bumped through the list, waiting for him to respond. What? Who? How? Boom, boom. Has to be done before Invictus, which is the Memorial Day event and sale. Is it bad that I don't remember when Memorial Day is? Oh no, I'm already in the Discord, Psycho. I appreciate you. End of May. Okay, cool. So within 2 months. Perfect. Perfect. Used to be an Aegis and Andal person when it came to aesthetic, but I find I'm loving Crusader design more and more. Also, same. Also, speaking of Crusader design, the Ares Inferno. I have one. I love it. Now, I've always been curious as to whether or not I should have got the Ion instead of the Inferno, because the Ion doesn't need to reload. Like, we don't need to go land to reload. It's just batteries. It just recharges. It would be a better situation to fight anyways. So I'm tempted to, I don't think it's a CC-able thing, but I would like to consider it. I need to rent an Ion just to see what it feels like. Then we got the Arrow, which also have an Arrow. Hercules, bleh. The Pisces, I have a C8. I don't remember which one. But yeah, I also used to be big Aegis and Anvil, and then somewhere along the line it just changed. Ballistics have shield pass through, so that's nice. So trade-off for unlimited ammo. Yeah, but still. It's like the lasers are going to take the shields down. They're better for taking the shields down anyways. Every shot's not going to get through the shield, I think. So like, it's the balance. It's always a balancing act. What up, Django Wolf? Good to see you. Hercules transports tanks. Now that I'm with, but also, I don't know. I might want a Valkyrie over one of the C2s. Because then I can just dump people out. Like, hey, it's people here.
Get out.
And just dump people to JT. Like, that sounds bomb. Also, doesn't that launch today, Psycho? I thought they delayed it to like this evening. And then we got the Corsair. I had a Corsair. I melted my Corsair for the F8C Lightning. I am never going to be mad at that decision. But apparently the Corsair is beefier now. Like, it is a lot of ship. The F8C is a quick get in and dip, but like the Corsair just takes longer to actually move. It's like turning. It's like at speed to beefy girls. So like, you got to be open to deal with the beef of the big old girl. Please, Drake, Aegis, and Anvil heavy with the Primite Corsair for my cold dead fingers. I mean, it was worth it for me for the F8C. For all intents and purposes. Not as cool as the Prowler. Which one is the Prowler? You talking about the? Is that the one that looks like? I mean, it's an alien ship. I think it's got like the 2 big engines in the front, and then like a it almost like looks like an animal doing this. If memory serves, Corsair with full ballistics kills the HH in like 8 to 10 seconds. I'm not a fan of how it flies, but for solo ERT players, it's not horrible. Final Fantasy Spirits Within dropship. Fair. Mine already got the 18. Which 18? All right. Then we got the Nox. Interesting. I wouldn't even have considered the Nox for something like Jumptown. Although you can land farther away from Jumptown and then use the Nox to like, get in there. There it is. That's the Prowler. It does look like something that's just like, it's a big beefy. When both doors open on the Hercules, it disturbs me. Like watching the house. Harkonnen's Baron bathing in the black oil. How can you not have exploration ship with no med bed? Interesting. So would you recommend waiting for the new update to try the game again? If you already own the game, definitely. Like, Now, mind you, getting in the game and getting the feel of things is not bad. It's just that they're adding a lot of stuff. Like getting in and reminding yourself of how the game works now will make it to where once they update, it'll be a newer experience, but you'll be more well-versed in the changes. You know what I mean? So like, you will be able to see immediately the things that are different and probably get a real good feel of how intriguing all of that change is going to be. You're not wrong. I tried, fam. It looks like King Kong. If there was a cyborg King Kong that was not necessarily bulky, but like slim fit, right? Like a slim fit King Kong, the Prowler is it. Tell me I'm wrong. You look and you'll see it. Can you show me what ship you melted the Corsair for? Okay. All right, we got the Saber, which not a bad choice. The Saber's nice. I have a Saber Raven because of the intel thing. Hey, appreciate the follow. Call me Aiden. Newest King Kong movie, he finds himself an industrial power glove. What? So taken back to the old school Nintendos. I see what you did there. Haha. We got the Spartan. That is not necessarily a bad idea. Now, if a bomber shows up, womp womp. We got the Storm. I never got a Storm. Part of me wants to get an in-game Storm because of reasons. Have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? I see you. We them boys. I see you, fam. All right, we got the Valkyrie, which one of the few ships that I want that I never got. But at the same time, I'm actually surprised that we don't see a C1 in here, because the C1 has the tractor beam on the rear of it. Huh. Intriguing. Cannot unsee the Final Fantasy dropship. Fair. Probably more like a refined, elegant version Tommy Eagle's Zord in the official Mighty Morphin movie. Just looks like something Brolic, a Brolic animal about to steal on somebody. Like if Optimus Prime showed up, it would be like,
Prime, you must defend your life, otherwise I take this to the Autobots.
What about Legionnaire? I have a Legionnaire, and I'm waiting for them to input the ability to extend the leg, the door, to unlock doors. We can't unlock doors yet, so I'm not as worried about it. Oh, so they just put it up so whenever ship you hover over. All right, so let me see if we can find, it's not gonna be on this page, but let's go to the pledge store. We shall go to the store for the pleasure. Boom! Now, I don't have the executive edition. I ain't balling like that, but this is what I melted my Corsair for. I think it's a good idea, personally. Look at this beautiful thing. That's the executive version, but like, ugh. It's delicious. You should be swallowed by the pledge store.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
You shoot them up and yeah, but they're not the same. Like I want the hacking gameplay of it. All right, can we get like a zoomed in picture of this? Boom. That's what it is. That's what I no longer have a Corsair to have, and I feel like it was a worthy decision because look at it. You can tell it's a beast because of the way that it is. Like, see, I'm about to get melted for what? Why are you melting the C1, fam? What did the C1 do to you? Beast with the wings. Oh yeah, this is the cargo version of Retaliator. That exists. Also, I don't. Let me look for the Retaliator, because if it's the thing I think it is, I don't like the Retaliator. Yeah, no, I don't like any of these. I don't know why. It's just something about this ship just does not look like my bag. It's It looks like a problem, but like,
No, sir, I don't like it.
no. Now, one ship I'm excited about is I wasn't originally excited about it, but then I CCU'd something so that I could get it. It will in 3.23. It's a new roadmap. Nice. This beautiful clipper of a ship. The lovely Zeus Clipper. Part of me wants to like CCU it or upgrade it to, you know, the interdictor. But like, do I want it? Probably not. Now I have a CCU for a Vandal Glaive to turn into the R-Side Galaxy. Look at this piece of beauty. That thing, I don't like the Connie, but you can see the cockpit of the Connie right there. Like that is literally the Connie's cockpit. That tells you how big this ship is. We've been on the roadmap about 7 times since I've been back in since 2015. What, the modular ships? I feel like they're in a much better position. A lot of people don't know that until 2017, they weren't really fully like staffed. So that's why after 2017, we started to see a lot of major updates come to Star Citizen. And as somebody who understands how the cake is made when it comes to game development, the entire time I've been saying, once we get Squadron 42 completed, they're going to dump people into Star Citizen development. I've been saying this since I started playing this game in 2015. And now, what did they do within days of saying, oh yeah, Squadron 42 is feature complete? They started to dump people into Star Citizen from Squadron 42. And I feel like if we go back, I want to go back to their YouTube page in a second, because their YouTube page does one crucial thing. We can go in and look at, since they got CitizenCon 2953 right here, right? Like we just click this so we can see the whole playlist. We can see individually, I held the line was them announcing that Squadron 42 is feature complete. Shaping the Verse, the Future of Star Engine showcased a lot of features of the engine. I feel like that was the one where at some point they did was that the Navigating Universe? One of them where they did like the gigantic spline that took us through everything, right? Then Character Advancement showed us the updates to the character system that they're about to implement. Destination Adventure showed us a lot of cool things about different locations that are going to show up in the verse. Life in the First Person gave us a lot of details about like armor, about how they're going to be changing like the systems to actually care about like your, I feel like it was like your standing, your reputation. There's a lot of that in Life in the First Person. Taking Flight was just about flying around, and they showed a lot of cool stuff. Fixing in Flight is like the gameplay of like fixing your ship, mechanic type shit. Talking ship updates. Living on the Edge, a lot of the frontier life that you're going to be living in Star Citizen. And the Star Engine, no, that was the Future of Gaming was the one that did the fly through. But like all of these things, 1 or 2 of these videos might not be showing up in 3.23. The rest of them are there. Appreciate you, Nara. Thank you very much for using the code. If you write in the link that if you type out that link, it automatically puts in the code for you to create your account, which also is a thing that if you are interested in grabbing the game, if you use that code, I try to be open about it so nobody is wondering like,
but DJ, what do I get for using that code? You get it.
You get like 5,000 in-game credits for using that code. So you get money in game. I get a number next to my name that says
DeejayKnight told one more person about the game, and they decided to get it after watching DJ.
Now, they do have a referral program, so we are on the track to 500 referrals. They were at like 330 something. So once we get to 500, they're going to give us a few ships. Speaking of those ships, seems like a solid situation to show them off. So the Hurricane is one of them, and the Terrapin is the other. So once I get to 500 referrals, they're going to send me in my in-game account this. That's a fighter right there. That is
a disrespectful ship.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I feel like, is this a medium? Which size is that? I want to say medium fighter, but I'm probably wrong. All I know is we're gonna get that. It's gonna be nice. And then the Terrapin is a long-range scanning ship. Look at the hull on this thing. Look at, you just know that thing can take some damage. But this is like a lay back in the cut, mind your business. I'm like, hey, I'm watching. The streets is watching, right? So like, it's gonna be fancy. So we're gonna get both of these ships once we get to 500 referrals. And I say once we get to, because I feel like this game is getting way better, which just means it's gonna get better and better. But again, if you use the code, I get a bonus. And worst case scenario, why would you not use the code? You get bonus money for it. Now I know somebody might just be like,
yeah, but I hate your guts.
Yeah, but like then you are buying the game and not getting your free goodies. So just if you use that link, just create an account if you haven't already done it. And then you already count as a prospect. Count as a prospect. But let me catch up a chat. Don't forget the Arastra. I forgot about the Arastra. I don't have one, but I think it's a lovely ship. It's too big for me for mining purposes. Like, I love mining in this game, but like that's too much. That's a person. That's a ship. That is a gigantic ship. That's way too much for me. Like, I've been torn on like getting rid of the Carrack, which is weird because the Carrack has been the ship that I've been excited about the most for a long time. Let's see. I love that this doesn't show pricing. What is in here? We already have a Titan Renegade. I had a Buccaneer. I feel like I melted it, but the Buccaneer is one of the most disrespectful ships just for dumping damage downrange. What did I just say? I know. I said considering. Fam, I said considering. Give me time. I'm also about to be a hardcore poacher in game. New hunting missions about to have me jam-packing cargo bays with fauna. Who wants dino wings? Me. I want dino wings. I want dino wings. Also one who decided to build a mole as a multi-crew ship and only one mining laser is fully enclosed while leaving two fully exposed to the elements. There's a thing that I have thoughts on the Argo ships, and I have thoughts. Let's see. Let me just pull up Argo Astronautics' ships and then pose that because I feel like they have more ships. It can't just be the 3, or is it really just the 3? The MPUV doesn't count. The Raft, there it is. That's the one I was looking for, and I can't. There it is. Now the Raft, I think the Raft might be even bigger than the thing I'm thinking about. I'm curious. Let's find out. I think it might be the one I'm thinking about because yeah, this is the one that's a tow truck. Yeah. Wait. It's not SRV. That's it. Thank you. I was like, I know there's more. The SRV. If Star Citizen, I hope Cloud Imperium take Argo seriously in that Argo seems like the Caterpillar of the Star Citizen universe because they feel like the manufacturer that just makes the work-specific vehicles, right? These are for heavy duty work. Towing ships. You want a tow truck? You get a Raft or the SRV. But like the thing that gets me about the SRV is this. Yeah, towing needs work, but this, to me, this shows me that for real, the SRV could be the working person's ship in Star Citizen if they make the proper variants. The Mole, the fact that the Mole is a 2-player ship or is a multi-crew ship is wild to me. The SRV, if they made a mining version of the SRV, this would be the ship to start with because this whole section back here, as long as you keep these as the engines, this whole section can be retrofitted or should be retrofitted to fit what you need. So you need a mining laser, then you just, in the cockpit, you just click a button and then switch it to this. Let this be the mining thing. Or even connected to the top to where the laser is above you. Like, come on. That's powerful. You want to go do some salvaging? Turn this whole thing into the interior of the Vulture. That's literally, it's right there. It's made for it. Make a button where your ship cockpit switches to the right or something. Like, this feels like the perfect version of that. Do you think the game is actually going to get full release? Of course. They actually just talked about the 1.0 roadmap like last month. Ships are real USD. They are in game after like 3 months. They're in game using in-game credits. Like a lot of ships you can buy in game that you could not buy in game before, because over time they unlock the ability to do so. You can get I feel like only the most recent ships aren't available in game yet, and that's basically, it's a Kickstarter. So like, if you've ever seen a Kickstarter, a company says, hey, we're making this product. You can buy for the base price right now, or you can pay more to support the company more, and we give you more cool stuff. That's essentially how this game works. They started in 2012, yes, but they are their own publisher still. So they are pushing out updates, giving the people what they want in the game in a huge way. Now, you only ever have to buy Star Citizen or Squadron 42, or both if you want the single player experience. Squadron 42 is the single player part. They just went feature complete on that in October, November timeframe. And when they've done that, we've been getting, like, since November, we've been getting spoon-fed a bunch of the things that are going to be in the update that release in 3.23, which are essentially game-changing for Star Citizen. And they could not release them until they talked about them in Squadron 42, or I feel like it's not even about talking about them in Squadron 42. I feel like they needed to take the time to make sure that they had things finalized for Squadron 42, so that when they got to a certain point, all right, these games, these features are complete, and that we don't want to play with them. Now we can bring them over to Star Citizen. We've been playing the long game with Star Citizen for years as gamers. They didn't want to let us play the specific stuff that is Squadron 42 featured, because if we see it too early, we lose the benefit. They lose the benefit of actually giving us something to look at. They lose the benefit of showing us when it's done, because we get spoilered the whole time. So they've been not talking about a lot of this stuff. And now that they can talk about it, we're getting a huge update, bringing it all to the game. So hopefully that makes sense. That's basically what we're dealing with. In a long time waiting for this game, looking for EVE Online replacement. That's fair. But yeah, Daniel, I understand the disillusionment. A lot of people get frustrated with Star Citizen because of the development time, but to develop MMOs properly typically takes a decade. Other than World of Warcraft and EVE Online, there are very few MMOs that have been around that long. I'll start getting invested again. They did announce feature complete at CitizenCon. And the thing that I've been talking about since CitizenCon is when they said it went feature complete, they talked about literally the entirety of CitizenCon, gave us a bunch of footage. And I'll go back to one video on the Cloud Imperium YouTube channel that explains it all in a way that is perfect, that I've been excited for since they did it. It was like the Christmas episode. Let me see. I wish I just like favorited it so that it would just be available. It's from December. Let's look in the Inside Star Citizens. Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14, or am I thinking about 12? Because I remember one of the Final Fantasies just like got completely shut off, and they went back to the drawing board and redid it and then relaunched it. And no, 12 was not an MMO if memory serves. 12 was like one of the first like hefty live actions. 14 is the MMO that was 14. Okay, cool. I don't like to be wrong. I'm gonna admit that I'm not sure about a lot of stuff, but I want to clarify. But yeah, they took that one back to the drawing board and then redid it. So like there's a handful of MMOs that have been out for a long time, partially because MMOs take a long time to make. A long time to make. So for them to have started at nothing in 2012, and like they had like 8 to 12 people on staff. By the time they got to 2017 is when they got like to 500 people. There were multiple studios around the world, but their primary focus this entire time has been Squadron 42. I feel like the reason that we have been able to play in Star Citizen this entire time is because, think about it, if you back a game and you hear nothing about it for a decade, you want your money back. So I feel like a lot of the things that we've been getting in Star Citizen are specifically so that we can play something. So they have proof that no, the game is being made. So we get to see that. We get to play that. I wonder if by now they would have been better off not having to essentially rebuild Crytek. Maybe, but that's a hard thing to question, right? Because building your own engine, if they would have built their own engine from scratch, they would have taken just as long, but then they would have had to get people to be good with their engine and then expand on that, versus Crytek already had top tier talent that they got to bring on board. So for example, the moons being the size that they are, that was not a thing that is default in the Cry engine, so they had to add that. The procedural generation of those moons is not something that was built in the Crytek or the Cry engine. They had to add that. They built it from scratch. So if you're procedurally building a planet that has craters the size that you could fit every GTA game into one of them, that's a lot of tool to consider. They've been funding the brute force through Crytek's lack of space and MMO features. I mean, yeah, but now, like, they got the people on board initially, and then they started to add to the engine. And now, even like, people can come over from the Cry engine and still get intrigued because it's such a different engine from everything I've heard about it. Such a tough situation in general. First, they had to build a company, then an engine. Then, of course, as a new company, there are mistakes and inefficiencies. I'm a heavy backer and have been a while because I still believe that they will deliver most of what they promised. Right? Like, if they delivered 10% of what they initially promised for Star Citizen, it's still going to be one of the best games ever made. If they just added a couple new game features and then launched, I would be okay with it, because what's there is already huge and impressive and massive and beautiful. Like, there's a lot to all of it. So it's tough. It's real tough. But redoing the FPS module set them back. It did. I just need to start adding content. And that's exactly where we are right now, Carpin Tales. 3.23 is, in my opinion, going to be a watershed moment for Star Citizen. 3.23 is going to be the moment where people go from wondering whether or not it can exist, whether or not it is a game, to when do I get more? And they could only do that because Squadron 42 went feature complete. Now let me go back, because I feel like we were talking about, the thing I was going to cover is like the Christmas episode. I'm trying to remember which one it was, because we watched all of these. Inside CitizenCon, it should be not long after that. Not the Arastra, I don't think. After the Play in Pyro. I want to say something like shipping out or salvage operation. Let's see. December 7th. Okay, no, not yet. Hey, we got the follow from Daniel Hansen. Appreciate you. All right, so not shipping out came after shipping out. So extra vehicular particulars. Forgot what to download Star Citizen on their website. !SC will give you a link straight to the Cloud Imperium website. Distribution allocution.
At CitizenCon
No.
2952, we introduced the concept of distribution centers. These enormous terrestrial microcosms of
Extra vehicular, could it be?
It's a new year, and with every new
Nope.
year comes the refresh after holiday.
Oh, I forgot this was here. Shipping out. Because there's a portion that the most replayed will be a thing. There, oh, it is. It was shipping out. I was right. So this is a thing that I was going to talk about. Because I know a lot of people say, like, yeah, they don't care. They're not making this game. A lot of what they've been working on, they couldn't talk about publicly because it relates to Squadron 42. They don't want to give us more information on Squadron 42 because it's very easy to give spoilers. Every time they showcase something Squadron 42 related, it's just like, geez, huh? They can add in instant hangars. I bet they can include sitting housing, apartments, flats, guild buildings, etc. Right, but that's like, the instant hangars are going to be here within 2 months. So it's not even betting that they can. I feel like once this exists and everybody has a hangar that they can fly to physically, if they're like if they take up actual space, this has the potential to be exactly what that is. So this is
now, of course, Alpha 322
one of the
was
things
more than just vehicles.
that I
Their
feel like is
structural
going
salvage.
to give us more information about where Star Citizen is going, because this is going to tell us about stuff that they just announced at CitizenCon. And the vast majority of it is coming in 3.23. So let's watch this.
Openable cargo containers, new derelict settlements, new hairs for players, new maps for Arena Commander, and more. But since this is our last episode of the year, we have a tradition here at ISC of looking back at everything that's happened the last 12 months and reliving some of our favorite moments. And, well, look, 2023 was good. Great even if you gloss over that little rough patch in the middle there. But heading into the new year, all that I can really think about is everything that's on the horizon that's about to make 2024 the biggest and baddest year of our project yet. So if it's all right with you, I'd like to indulge myself, maybe switch out my CIG cap and put my backer hat on and tell you what has me excited about this next year for the Persistent Universe in a segment that I'm calling Disco Lando's Star Citizen 2020 Forecast. Now, without talking specific dates, let's discuss what's being targeted and currently on track for release in just the first half of 2024, starting with Master Modes, the new way to pilot and operate.
Now I'm going to pause this because Master Modes are in Star Citizen right now. If you go to Arena Commander, you can try out the Master Modes. So they've been in there since before 2023 ended. Before, like in December, when this video released, they were in there for everybody in the live servers.
Ships we've been discussing since CitizenCon 2952. Now, whether that's every ship or a staggered rollout of groups of vehicles depends on how work progresses. But it's a major change to the way spaceships operate in the Persistent Universe, and you can be sure that we'll update on it more when the time comes. And of course, when your ships aren't in flight, they can be stored in the newly persistent hangars that are arriving with freight elevators, freight kiosks, and the new cargo transaction system that we've shared on both ISC and this year's CitizenCon.
Literally, the hangars that they had just got done talking about at CitizenCon are due to be in this next patch that we're waiting for right now. The one that's going to be here within 2 months. The hangars and the Master Modes.
Now, all combined,
yes, live Arena
the
Commander.
Next major evolution of cargo careers.
I don't know if it's ever going to come to console.
Broader implications for the entire Star.
I feel like it will. If it comes to console, it'll be the next consoles. It won't be these. And yes, I'm referring to the Series X and the PS5. I don't see it coming to the PS5 and the Series X. It would definitely be the next ones if it even remotely could, because, whew, actually, I feel like it would not surprise me to see it come if they could get the control scheme, because once we load the game up, and also, will Star Citizen ever be an actual game? Games are digital worlds or digital experiences that you can interact with and have goals and missions and complete them, and online versions of those MMOs you can play with buddies. You can do all that with Star Citizen right now. So if you're talking about 1.0, they did touch on that last month. They are working toward it. And I feel like they're waiting to get a couple major features in. For one, they're waiting to get the server meshing in, which they've had multiple very successful tests in testing out, because they're using a server. It's like a master server that holds all the data of everything, and then the local servers, the smaller servers after that, where I think they had up to 800 something people in one of the servers. It was laggy as all, but they had that many people in a server. I can see Squadron 42 on consoles. Exactly, because Star Citizen's been running buttery smooth. If the hangars were still in, we would see how smooth Star Citizen runs. The hangars where you could, previously they had hangars in game, and you could go into the hangars and load your ships into the hangars. They removed those a while back, but now that we're going to get the persistent hangars, I'm very curious if they're going to give us the opportunity to let people load up their ships and actually sit in them again. I look forward to that. But like, Star Citizen ran buttery smooth in the hangars. It's the online servers where the frame rate takes a hit because the servers affect the frame rate. The server FPS will affect your FPS, essentially. So once we get to a situation where Squadron 42 releases, I would not be surprised to see Squadron 42 on the newest consoles, because even if it's like the PS5 Pro or the Series X when it gets its refresh, if it was on one of those, I would not be surprised, because, again, Star Citizen ran buttery smooth, stupidly high frame rates without being connected to the online servers. So would not surprise me. Jeru Rosado, welcome back with the 22 months of sub support.
This is the way.
Appreciate you. All right, we got I'm trying to figure out if it's gonna be tomorrow or we bring back the sub goals, but we're gonna bring the sub goals back. Like the 10 or 15 subs, free game giveaway in chat. I gotta figure out a couple different things. Like, it may be tomorrow where we just like take our time and switch over all of our information from multiple other bots into the streamer bot. Beans, yeah, on 5 gifted subs. Once we get to 5 gifteds, that's when the beans happen. That's not changed. but yeah, I would not be surprised to see Squadron 42 on the new consoles. In referring to the PS5 and the Series X. It would take a while because I want them to have as much bug fixing time as possible before they push that out. But I could see it doing numbers. But I digress. We've been getting off track because literally this game is great. They're gonna need 2 keyboards with all the keybinds. Right. That's why that's the one thing I would see not necessarily being easy to do on console, because how many buttons do we have? A lot of them. And that's the thing that I would be curious if we could even pull off on consoles. It might need to be a PlayStation situation just because PlayStation has this pad. I feel like there should be a way. I've seen it in games where different sides of the pads had different controls, so that's at least 2 more buttons that it has. So possibilities. But I don't know, man. I just know that right now they're focused on getting it out on PC, getting it done, getting it working. But TLDR, let's continue.
And then outside of vehicles and hangars, there's also a variety of FPS combat improvements coming to the first half of 2024, with improvements to reloading, the weapon wear and misfire system, scopes and dynamic crosshairs and charge and drain, and even more we'll be able to show you once we return in the new year.
Literally, all of that's coming into 3.23.
And then outside of strictly FPS combat, there are new player character features coming, like the updates to the EVA system, the visor and lens system,
3.23,
loot screens,
3.23,
default item interactions, and the personal interaction system.
3.23.
And there's even new shopping and mission apps in development now.
3.23.
And while we're talking about apps, the first half of 2024 is also currently scheduled to see the arrival of our new character customizer.
3.23.
Things like tattoos, piercings, scars, and yes, Virginia, it's true, beards.
3.23.
How many and of what kind, only Andre knows for sure. But you can bet we're going to ask him sometime around March. And then, of course, if you're in-game, there's also a little thing called Mobiglass.
3.23.
An awfully big thing called...
The PIE, PIS, what? The loot inventory got pushed? I thought we just got a Inside Star Citizen about that like last week. Personal interaction system. Oh! I was excited about that. Oh, well. But like... if the personal interaction system and the elevators got pushed, that's sad because the elevators are one of the things that I was looking forward to. But if we still get the persistent hangars, I won't be as mad. Issues apparently, that happens. It's a game that is in progress. The amount of stuff, if they're still bringing all of this over, it's still worth it. Like the personal interaction system and the elevators getting pushed is only 2 things out of this alone. The map system and the Mobiglass alone, in my opinion, will change the lives of everybody starting Star Citizen. Everybody. Fire, I appreciate that because I remember it. We actually got a clip of it not long ago where somebody posted the clip. I don't know if they posted it in the Discord or not. I can't remember. But that has always been one of my most exciting memories in regards to Star Citizen. So appreciate you. But
Star Map.
I see you wrap what up.
Getting their big updates.
You get banned again?
Half of next year.
I feel like there's an extra C in there, Brad.
Enormous distribution centers that'll be the new microcosm homes for every gameplay and mission feature that exists in Star Citizen, as well as the 4, 5, 6, let's just say several new and updated vehicles that are
3.23.
making their way to the persistent universe.
I was worried, fam. It looked like there was an extra C in there.
I did. Just now.
Again.
4, 5, 6, let's just say several new and updated vehicles that are making their way to the persistent universe in just the first 6 months of 2024? I did. Just now. Now you can check those off. Whew. Okay, so real talk. CIG hat back on. Now, you're probably looking at your screen and saying to yourself, what about Pyro and 4.0? Well, don't fret. The things that we just covered are those that aren't too dependent on continuing foundational tech work like server meshing. So we feel pretty confident in targeting everything that we just shared for the first 6 months. But when it comes to something as enormous as the complete Pyro system in Alpha 4.0, well, that's where the new preview channel comes into play. Now that said, Alpha 4.0 is currently targeting a summer 2024 release, but that won't mean that you have to wait until then to play it or learn more about it. That's because in 2024, we'll continue doing playtests like the one we just completed, and you'll be able to follow along with its development firsthand on the preview channel. That's the planets, moons, space stations, settlements, and outlaw lifestyle that comes within the Pyro system, but also an entire host of additional new features, content, and quality of life improvements like, fully functional jump points, the new quantum travel system, new vehicle HUD and MFD work, resource management, hacking, and much, much more, all being worked on in tandem. The preview channel will let you and us test 4.0 together while maintaining the stability of the persistent universe with all those other great additions we just discussed. And then, in the summer of 2024, 2 become 1, and we can avoid that thing that didn't quite go the way that we'd hoped.
The holiday live stream?
And then, just because we're cheeky, there are still some things better left for you to discover on your own. And don't forget, we haven't even talked about the back half of the year yet. All in all, 2024 is shaping up to be the watershed year for Star Citizen. And if we've learned anything this year, it's that through the trials of 3.18 to the successes of CitizenCon and everything in between, before that and coming up next, Star Citizen is a project that continues to iterate, to evolve, and to embody an experience you simply can't find anywhere else, whether that's in the universe or within our community that makes all this possible. So thank you for helping us reach the heights that we have.
Fam. Aside from the elevators and the personal interaction system, which that was one of my most excitable things about the Switch, the person interaction system. I need that one. But either way, there's a lot. It's gonna be in 3.23 that we've been waiting for this game for years. So anyone who's saying like,
oh, the game's never gonna happen.
Is it? You think that? You sure? Because right now we are getting the things that we've been excited about for years. The things that we've been excited about and waiting for and anxious for years. It's starting. The process is starting. And I am very excited about it. So, I didn't get the chance to check out the roadmap, so let's check the roadmap out. All right. So let's see. Notable changes for April 3rd. Every 2 weeks, we accompany the roadmap update with a brief explanatory note to give you insight to the decision-making that led to any changes. This is a part of an effort to make our communications more transparent, more specific, and more insightful for all of you who helped to make Star Citizen and Squadron 42 possible. With that said, let's go ahead and dive into this week's roadmap roundup. Look forward to the day where we backers look at the doubters and go, you're welcome, that we believed long enough for you to enjoy the game. Oh no, I feel like that's this year. There's still plenty of people who love the taste of Scam Citizen on their lips. Yeah, but like, I've said it for years. If Star Citizen is considered a scam, it is the worst scam in the world's history. Scams are people taking money and not providing anything in return. I have been actively playing Star Citizen since 2015. Now, has it gotten a lot bigger over the time? Yes. Because when I started playing Star Citizen, there were no planets to land on. You could like get around their atmosphere. You couldn't land on them. I remember when landing was there. People to planet. I remember when that happened. I was there for that CitizenCon. So it's changed, but the game has still been playable, and it's only been getting more playable every year. And with Squadron 42, the literal reason the Kickstarter happened that gave us Star Citizen as a byproduct, essentially. That is feature complete. They're not adding any more features to that. It is done. So what they're adding is from Squadron 42. A lot of the stuff we're about to get in Star Citizen is done for that single player experience. So now they can start giving it to us. And it makes perfect sense to not implement it in the Star Citizen, the servers that we get to play the game that we've been excited about for years. They can't give us the hotness, because since it's a single player experience, it might change. They may change an entirely different way of doing things. And I feel like that's a lot of what's happened over time, is that some features that we get and then we lose those features because they've changed that feature for Squadron 42. So it doesn't need to exist anymore. So there's no point in giving us another feature that's going to be changed, and they know it's going to be changed. We were happy. Yeah. But again, a lot of the reason that I'm excited to back Star Citizen is because they are making the game and they're their own publisher, and they're going to release it when they feel it's ready. But let's continue with this. So, following features have been added to release view, targeting a 3.23 release. Fauna on Copian, populating the persistent universe with a Copian, an aggressive, agile animal that travels in packs. You'll find them in the variety of areas, from grassy fields to lurking in the darkness of caves. Fauna, Marak, or Marak, I don't know. Populating the persistent universe with the Marak, a passive flying bird-like creature. Maraks live in flocks and are often found near lush green environments. New missions, creature hunting. That is awesome. New missions that require players to locate, kill, and retrieve valuable parts of creatures roaming the environment. So we will go to proper survival moves of finding creatures, chopping them up, and delivering bits. Let's go. Sig themselves making progress. Evocati can now talk about their PTU even if they can't show it. Right. That's a big deal. Wait, Warhaven just came out though. Like, golly, it's already being sunset? Has it been out 6 months? That hurts. I was planning on playing that. There's a gray cat in your hangar, right? All right. The following cards have been added to release view, targeting 3.23x release. Vehicle modularity, implementing the ability to swap modular sections of certain vehicles to change their function. This initial release contains the torpedo and cargo room modules for the Aegis Retaliator, with additional modules and vehicles to be added in the future. Aegis Retaliator Gold Standard, updating the Retaliator to Gold Standard, including the introduction of modular rooms. The torpedo and cargo rooms will be available in this initial release, with more to come in the future. That's all for this week. No progress tracker updates. Where is the stuff that they've moved? Let me go open the roadmap real quick. Where's the stuff that where can we see this has been moved away? Moved away. It's going out the door. What game is called Star Citizen? Let's see. 2 quarters. No, it's inventory. Okay, so let's see. New character customizer is already committed, so that's already in. Locations. Tentative for the distribution centers. Interesting. Huh. We got the fauna. Oh, see, they just said that the fauna in the other update was being set for 3.23. They're targeting 3.23, so that means it might change. Loot screen, creature hunting. Yeah, so that's your added item banks. Now that. I'm very curious about the item banks we're talking about. That's gonna be nice. Arena Commander new flight map, engineering experimental mode. We got motherfuckers tripping with the follow. Appreciate you. We got the Grav Royale Arena Commander map. Okay. That's a lot of Arena Commander maps. Hold on. 4 new maps? Golly. Engineering experimental mode. Whoa. Engineering gameplay?
What?
I didn't even read that before. Yo. 3 limited test experimental modules featuring the engineering gameplay, also referred to as Resource Network, showcases Citizen Count 2953, helps shape the future of engineering gameplay in Star Citizen by testing and giving feedback to the features and balance, showcasing this limited test before it hits the persistent universe. Hey, yo. Ever do Dragon's Dogma tips vid? I'm struggling out here. I mean, I gotta know enough tips to give them out, Tom. I'm still only like level 12. Confirmed critters in 3.23 already. I mean, we literally just saw it in here where they were like, although they did say targeting a 3.23 release, but like this just got changed. So it might just be that it hasn't been updated in here yet. It'll be nice to see the tally go full gold with all the modules, front cargo, rear cargo, front living, rear living, and front dropship. All right, we got Grab Royale, High Speed Mayhem, 3D Game Mode, Grab Left vehicles. Okay, so that's for like your X1s, your Noxes, okay, your Dragonflies. Interesting. Let's see. Miner's Lament, Asteroid Laden Expanse. Now this, I like the idea of retrieving and storing FPS items around the universe. Because think about how nice it would be to just like take some guns like, and go to a place that you know you're going. And listening and downloading, hey, appreciate you, Nara. Now, if you are going to get into Star Citizen, I do want to do a thing. Let me see if I can put this in the right space. I wonder if they still have it, because they had a sale that was fantastic. And I want to see if they brought it back. All right. Ooh, interesting. They changed it out and they put the arrow in the starting pack now. Now, you don't need to do any more than an Aurora. Ever. I would recommend getting something a little bit beefier than the Aurora. My personal reference, my personal recommendation when it comes to starter ships in Star Citizen, not the Mustang Alpha, not the Aurora MR. I'm talking about the Cutter. The Cutter is as far as you ever need to go. I would, my next suggestion is the Avenger Titan package, but like for only $6 more than the standard, you get the Cutter starter package, and I feel like the Cutter is a better ship for what you get. Plan on getting another ship. Which one did you get? The Arrow? Those are just the ones they already sold that Pigtails own. I want to see additional like. I'm a rambler. I mean, the Cutter, like any variant of the Cutter, in my opinion, is one of the better choices to start with in Star Citizen. But like, if you're gonna go beyond the Cutter, the Avenger Titan is where I would recommend. But this ship alone is plenty for somebody wanting to get in Star Citizen. Plenty. But I digress. We got custom lobbies. Previously referred to as private matches, makes their return to Arena Commander utilizing the new front end and lobby systems. Custom lobbies allow players to set up and play matches for any game modes, any map at any time with their own rules. Now that, fam, can you imagine Night Court tournaments? Because I know Black Wolf's going to do a lot of with like getting people ready to play and like fly. So like the idea of like having custom lobbies to where we can practice the gunplay, and then Black Wolf can lead people in the flight stuff. And I know Coffee's probably going to be exemplary at that as well. So like we got a lot of options. I always wanted a Res Med Bid Rear mode module for the tally to pair with the dropship front mod. All right, so personal and instanced hangars. Creating new tech that creates an instance of the player's hangar to allow for uninterrupted management of cargo, inventory, and vehicles. Personal hangars are found at the player's home location and now allow for customization and organization of the hangar interior. That's powerful in and of itself. Because I miss my fish tank. I miss my crab. Lego. The only way we can beat her, that's fair. Match is a problem. Go put in a suggestion in Spectrum. Never know what people will upvote. I mean, that is a true point. That would be nice. All right, let's see what else we got. We got the Moby-Glass rework. I can't wait for that. We don't need to look at that. But let's read the technical parts. Reworking the Moby-Glass system to use the building blocks, which will also allow for easier development of Moby-Glass apps. This update includes reworked home, maps, contract manager, and journal apps. The thing that I'm also looking forward to is they mentioned in one of these previous Inside Star Citizens skins for Moby-Glass. So the idea of having a custom skin for your Moby-Glass that is a different color or AI talking to you sounds like
dubs.
Sounds like dubs to me. Sounds like dubs to me. Yeah, I had the feeling you were talking about fish tanks. You good, fam. FPS map system, implementing a mini map for the HUD as well as interior maps for FPS gameplay, helping players stay oriented in close order encounters. Cargo hauling missions, okay, making the use of freighter elevators feature. This mission type will have players hauling large quantities of cargo to earn both AUEC and reputation. Okay, so they got one. If you got something like the hull A or the hull C, we got you. Like, go ahead and eat those. Dynamic event Blockade Runner, introducing a new dynamic event that involves a criminal faction locking down a LEO, an L1 and L2 rest stops. Players must run the blockade and purchase and sell a percentage of quantanium before time runs out. Really? Our citizens robbing y'all. You could say that, but that would be wrong, because all you ever need to do is buy a game package for $45 and then nothing else ever. There are many people in this community who have only gotten their starter ship and now have enough money in game to do whatever they want in game. So, I mean, if you feel that is not wrong for you. I disagree, but I've been wrong on many other things. All right, so see what we got. Visor lens and HUD rework. Oh, very excited about it. That whole building blocks update is going to be fantastic. Taddy Mason. Why does that sound like a Rick and Morty thing? Oh, never seen awards and badges display case. Ooh, I'm excited about that. Player interaction experience apparently got moved. Updated on February 7th, implemented the player interaction experience, a holistic array of complementary features and systems, all related directly to the player status, item status, environment status, as well as interactions with both the game world and objects within it, covered under these systems. That explains why it would get delayed, because that's a lot of stuff. If you knew who Taddy Mason was, then Taddy Mason doesn't exist. That is what my memory is telling me about Taddy Mason. But I could be very wrong because it's been a while. EVA Sweet G. Improved EVA controls and animations for smoother traversal in Zero G improves. It introduces limited EVA fuel and encourages the use of Zero G push-pull in the multi-tools tractor beam. The idea of running out of fuel to EVA and then having to use your hands to claw. Was cool. One of the best monetizations. I mean, it's right now, it is how they continue the game, keeping it afloat, right? But a lot of it is getting new people into the fold. Word of mouth. You can do more by backing and getting more ships, just like a Kickstarter. Like, oh, you want to do more, you want to support us more? Here, get more stuff for doing so. But that's literally only going to them continually making the game. So I don't know. I'm with it. You only, and quite frankly, should only need to spend $40 in this game. Some people are dumb and spend more because they were dropped as a baby and forced their husbands to buy all the effing ships. Not jaded at all, but you do not have to do that. I mean, I too was one of those that were dropped on their head as a baby, but a lot of the time I was doing, a lot of time I was playing Star Citizen. Initially, I had a full-time job and this, so reasons. Bum, 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 bum. Oh man, why you gotta be difficult? I gotta go over here and do a thing. So interesting when somebody not talking, but then you say something, and that's what you're gonna say. Gather yourself, fam. You should know better. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Wife has made me spend more on this game than is ever reasonable. Really? How does your wife make you spend money on the game? I'm very curious about that part. I love that I'm not locked in on a purchase and can sell things back. Oh, like if you wanted to get something else later, then you just like melt your ship or cross chassis it to something else and get store credit and then get something else. That is a beautiful. I'm a big fan. I have melted many ships. All right. Reputation hostility. Updating the reputation system so that players can affect their long-term reputation with in-game organizations via means of outside missions, such as reduction of reputation for killing a member of their faction. AI belonging to certain factions will react differently based on their reputation with you. Being an ally provides the player benefits, such as more generous friendly fire thresholds and providing medical aid. Being an enemy will mean harsher friendly fire thresholds and may result in attack on sight. Lawful organizations will not attack on sight as long as they're in a monitored zone, whereas unlawful factions will attack on sight no matter what. This is the foundation which allows players to become allies with in-world criminal factions and enables places like Grimhex to enforce their own law. That is so cool. Super cool. He's a collector and owns every ship, variant, paint, flare, armor, and I have to pay for it. That is a fantastic way of existing. Congrats. Q and GIP, our Hobby Wife stream team, badass. Absolutely badass. So you also get to play with the ships then. So Dubs, hello, my name is Pyro and I like big ships. I like big ships and I cannot lie. Come blow a few up and you'll see why. I don't disagree. Cause reasons. Congrats on being like that's a great place to be. Like, let me get every ship. Jealous. I still, for those of you who are curious, when I said I was tempted to melt my Carrack, if I melt my Carrack, it's because I'm melting everything so that I can get a Kraken. I don't even know if I have enough to melt everything and get a Kraken. I don't even know if I can get a Kraken with store credit and still have LTI. But like, I don't think I ever want the Kraken. I released far too many Krakens. I not want one. And Pyrophoric was a beast and understood everything about the Kraken. Appreciate you. Was that awesome? We came down and Pyrophoric was like, oh, we got something for you in your room. Also, I don't know if I even showed it off on stream. I have kept it literally right here this entire time. Pyrophoric was like, I know you couldn't get to CitizenCon, DJ, but we got you. So look at the stuff that Pyrophoric sent out. VerseCon 2019, Austin, Texas. Made by the community. Bomb for that, right? 2 of those. Then we got, look at this. Look at this. CitizenCon 2953, 3176 to 4550. They only made 4,500 of these and some change. And I have one. Thank you so much for that, Pyrophoric, because your boy been broke. I wasn't able to get as much as I would have liked. We got the CitizenCon patch. Let go. Now this is something that I hadn't seen a lot of. Mace Wan Station. Welcome to Pyro, your new home. The future is bright. This is small anymore. Man, my vision ain't what it used to be. Your next great adventure starts today, right here on McEwen Station. As a valued member of the Pyrotechnic Amalgamated family, you'll enjoy the various amenities offered by this amazing state-of-the-art facility while completing your training and awaiting your specific assignment destination. You can be a particular individual. You can get you a jail job, so you can be a particular individual in jail. Keep this identification badge at all times and feel free to get acquainted with your new home base. Here in Pyro, the future is bright. Somebody gets the reference. At least the Kraken sounds like something that happens after too much spicy Taco Bell. No, that's spread the Kraken. Explode from the Kraken. There's a lot of different ways to phrase that one. Sympathies, Bone Stranger. Thank you for your loyalties. Right. Right. Now, this is a pin? This is one of the nicest pins I've seen in a long time. It's got a nice weight to it. I feel like American Psycho or something. It's a very lovely pen. And then, lastly, Star Citizen Journal. It's a journal. Make sure I haven't missed words being written in it or something, because I would feel like a douchebag if I did. I don't know why I like the smell of paper. I don't know. It's just, paper is just great. So again, I said it before, but I'll say it again. Thank you, Power Fork, for these sweet, sweet goods. I'm kind of excited about it, to say the least. And I greatly am honored that you would think to send me any of this. And also, fam, while we got a lot of citizens in here, who knows where one can get Star Citizen files to 3D print? If you know of a place that has them, let me know. What's the loaner for the Kraken? I don't even know. I would want to say something like the Hammerhead? Trying to think of what is big enough that would fit the space of it in the meantime. On your account page, like for STLs, like to download for Star Citizen. Oh, I'm gonna check that out in a little bit. Seriously, you gotta say thank you. Scrape the hangar page for your ship's JSON file. Oh, I don't have a Kraken, but that's good to know. Daddy, War says scrape the hangar page for your ship's JSON file, and then when you find the JSON file, you can find what ship it's a loaner for, or get an extension to do it for you. I thought I had that extension. I think it might have been on the old computer before I reinstalled Windows. Probably takes more than just ripping the models out of the code. Oh, I know. Which is why, like, because I know Mighty Heidi, if you haven't seen Mighty Heidi's work, Mighty Heidi has multiple Star Citizen helmets printed, and they look fantastic, but I want to do some. Major Postal, I think it's partially just that the Cream command was connected to a bot that I've been trying to not use as much. Because I had, like, I'm opening it now so that you can get it, because it's a valid point. I'll look up the Loaner Matrix in a second, but right now we have StreamerBot on, we have Tickfinity, so that on TikTok we get some sound effects, because I don't want to turn them all on, because some of them are stupid, like, and also they're stupid loud initially, and I don't like it that way. Try it again, Postal. So 5 different bots, essentially. So like the Stream Elements bot is a cloud bot, but the alerts load through the windows in OBS. The Tickfinity is just for TikTok. The Streamer bot is running on the computer. The Streamlabs chat bot is running on the computer. And then there was two different versions of the Streamlabs chat bot, because one of them was made for YouTube. So like there's a lot of stuff that I'm trying to minimize running at once. So that's what I was saying not long ago, that I was wanting to have a day where we just like start the stream and then switch over so many of the commands and alerts to StreamerBot to just make life easy, because trying to consolidate. We have a lot of stuff that's using a lot of different places, and I'm trying to minimize a lot of that. If you want models of ships that are not in your account hanger, you get the model from a place like Inverse Site. Huh. Appreciate your War. DJ win what? KVN, what happened? All right, let's scroll it down. We're looking at a couple more things. We got the star map rework. I can't wait for the new map. Deku, why are you on my standing mat? Come here, man. This dude is just all about needing some love, so I need to give him some love real quick. Hi, man. I can see him already trying to get on my shoulder. He's look at him. He remembers it from when he was a baby. Damn. And he's just like, let me get up on the shoulder. No. Haven't played in 2 years, but I'll come back for the new star map. Right. 3.23, fam. As of right now, 3.23. So within 2 months. Too big? Oh, he's way too big. I'll pick him up. I don't care. If anything, I'll also like sit on the floor. I've sat on the floor and then like they just like curl up against my legs. All right, then we got the freight elevators. Apparently they've been moved as well. I'm sad about it, but I'm okay with it. Too much, you said? Yeah. They're expecting to have it in before, from what everybody's saying in the community that is in the aware of the things, has been saying that they want them in by Invictus launch week, which would be great. 2024 is going to be the best CitizenCon yet. Then I feel like if they don't announce a release date for Squadron 42, I'll be surprised. Take frequently takes down STL files that are people trying to sell on Thingiverse and other sites. I mean, of course they should. Like, they have to. But like, I don't even want to do it for like disrespectful reasons. I want to print, like I literally have an X1 Carbon that I want to print a ship and take it to Cloud Imperium. I want to print a Night Core version of a ship and then take it to them so that they can have it in the background of Inside Star Citizen. Because why would I not? That'd be silly. CitizenCon in the UK this coming year. I think it's in, is it Manchester? I think they said it was. That'd be cool. That's the idea. They're in Austin. That's a 3-hour trip for me. So I'll just drive to Austin, get to the studio. Here, fam, here's a cool thing that I want the dev team to have, because the dev team is awesome. They legitimately have to send takedown requests. If you do not defend your IP later, if a real company steals from you, they can hold it against you. Exactly. If they find somebody using their files, they have to take it down. Like, I have some old ones that are trash though, so like I was hoping to get a new one. All right, so let's see what we got. Ships and vehicles. So we got the gameplay we covered. Characters we covered, locations we covered. AI we haven't really got into. I think we missed this. We saw it, but like populating the persistent universe with a Copian, an aggressive agile animal that travels in packs. You'll find them in a variety of areas, from grassy fields to lurking in the darkness of caves. How much is that gonna suck to be on a mining mission in a cave and then these show up? And then pirates show up. And then pterodactyls show up when you leave. Whoopsie. All right, so gameplay we just covered. Ships and vehicles. Vehicle modularity is going to kick off with a Tali. I'm excited to see when they add in the module purchase ability for the Avengers. Because apparently, like, it might not be the case anymore, but I felt like the back of the Avenger was a modular thing. But it also could just be like that's the reason why they have the separate ships. I think that's why they have the different ships themselves. Let me answer this question real quick. Like, Star Citizen ship loaner Matrix. Booyah. Up here. All right, so the loaner for the Kraken is the Hammerhead, Hercules, C2, Caterpillar, and the Buccaneer. So that's 4 ships. Apparently, that's a lot. That's a lot of ships. The Legionnaire has the Vanguard Hoplite. That would explain a lot. Let me see. The Terrapin, the Valkyrie are for the Super Hornet. I'm trying to see, because I know I have some ships that I don't have, and I'm trying to figure out why. Doable, yeah. Can't wait for the cats modules, right? How would it be to have left your ship open while out looking around and one of those Hurston floating brain rats has gotten into your ship and now it's infested? I don't care. I want to see it. I feel like it's going to happen and I'm excited for it. All right, Major Pulse, I feel like you were trying to get the cream sound. It should be back because I opened up the bot for it. All right. Also, if you are here right now, we got a lot of people hanging out with us. If you haven't hit the follow button, fix it. Hit the follow. Don't do it. You know you want to hit. You know you want to follow up. You know you do. You know you do. All right. So the G12s get Lynxes. That's why I have a Lynx. Because I have a G12 because it came with my exploration pack. Yeah. This is a minute a little bit. There it is. E1 Spirit, I'm very intrigued by. I don't even remember seeing the E1, which is basically like a passenger version of the A1 and C1 for like executives. Haven't even seen it though, so intriguing. Very intriguing. All right, so the Galaxy is the Carrack, which I feel like the Galaxy might have been the reason why I was even considering it, because the Galaxy is massive. And the only reason I still have not applied because I have a CCU token that I have not applied to the Galaxy, because if I apply it to the ship that I got it for, it's taking the Glaive to the Galaxy. Now, I know the Vanduul Glaive is not a ship that you should consider melting easily. There's also a referral bonus, so I'm tempted to make that move because the Galaxy I'm going to get a lot more use out of than trying to do disrespectful things in the glaive when I have other ships that could also do disrespectful things. But I digress. Monarch's gross. Mantis. I remember the Mantis. I just hadn't seen it and hadn't remembered even talking about it for a hot minute. The Nox. How's the Nox even still on this list? Polaris is the Hammerhead and the Harbinger. The Raft is the Hornet. The Ranger. I need the Ranger immediately. I need those bikes, man. I need those bikes. Also, I really want a Valkyrie. I've said that. I'm gonna keep saying it. But again, I really need them to turn the SRV into the working citizens ship. For real. Hope you're well. I'm great, Paul. I hope the same for you. Sitting with the Galaxy right now, pumped. Ooh, like I have the token that can convert my glaive to the Galaxy. I'm just like, I haven't committed it because I'm torn. Like that fear of like, man, should I do this? Am I gonna be mad at myself if I do this? So, haven't done it yet. All right, the master modes we already talked about during the videos. We got weapons and items, dynamic crosshairs. I can't wait. That's already in. Let's go. And then we get the core tech. We got the volumetric clouds. We got image upscaling. So for GPU upscaling, DLSS FSR is coming in. Let's go. Taddy Mason with the follow. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We appreciate you. Replication layer update. Over the course of the 3.21 patch cycle, the replication layer will be moved off of game servers and set up as its own standalone service. In the short term, this allows for greater server recovery in the event of a crash. This is also a critical step, next step towards server meshing. Ooh, if Vulcan makes it in, I'm gonna lose my shit. Because the idea that FSR alone is gonna get in is wild. Like the idea that it could be this close to being implemented in the 3.23 as it is. DLSS and FSR, for those of you who don't know, is it a deep learning super sampling and then Fidelity FX super resolution, which are basically upscaling. So like FSR alone and DLSS together will change everything about the way that people are complaining that this game is unplayable. All good, glad to hear it. Volumetric lighting is nice, right? Updating Star Citizen's volumetric cloud technology to improve overall visual quality and performance, including the addition of both volumetric shadows as well as the implementation of ground fog. So that's a lot of stuff that's coming in the update for 3.23. And if they drop 3.23 like they're planning to by the end of May, sheesh. Sheesh. Big sheesh. Big old sheesh. All right. Now I have to figure out. Like I have a webcam in here somewhere that has moved. And I've moved it somewhere and I don't know where I moved it to. But not having that webcam has stopped me from using VoIP like I want. Because I have the Facecam Pro. But like the Facecam Pro doesn't like Star Citizen. Not like it should. Like it just doesn't. Just doesn't like it. It hurts. DLSS requires NVIDIA hardware. FSR is hardware independent. DLSS is somewhat more effective. But you have to have a pretty good eye to tell in normal circumstances. Pretty much. For those of you who were unaware, that is the case. DLSS is an NVIDIA thing. AMD has made Fidelity FX Super Resolution available for anybody with any GPU. So like Intel, AMD, NVIDIA, anybody can use it. Also got the F7C Mark II right now, but having zero luck in the current Xeno operation. We've gotten 2 weeks of the operation done. I know I need to finish this week's. We may have to do that tomorrow because I don't think we're going to be able to knock it all out in an hour. Especially with finagling of all the people. That's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Also, I'm very torn because part of me really wants to go in and then just like drop bombs on JT. Just to do it. Just for reasons. But then I just don't want to have to deal with like everybody wanting to hunt me down for a while. Like that's a lot. I don't want to have to deal with that. It's too much. But the troll in me is very much wanting to do it. JT flat. Yep. Just with the A1. Let's go. Let's go. You have to do all the missions or just do one to get the upgrade? You have to, I feel like by the time it's all done, you have to get all of the, I don't know. I feel like somebody said that they had the ability to get the new ship in the first week. But from what I gathered is you have to knock out the entire chain, that the chain is supposed to end near Invictus launch week. So like, we got time. So like, I don't know.
Thank you for the follow.
Hey, we got the follow from Rain29. Appreciate you. Guess you have to do them all to get the CCU token. Yeah, but like, somebody, like, people have said like, oh, I already got that token. Or it could just be people that I'm just not understanding, and they're just saying that they went and got a Hornet. You can get the C now, the A is the token. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can't get the C. Your boy is broke. Ain't got no money, broke. Big broke. They think they're gearing up for something big. 3.23, fam. I feel like they're gearing up for 3.23 because it changes everything. 3.23 adds a lot to what we already know exists in Star Citizen. A whole lot. A whole lot. Also, how are there so many people here? Like, what happened? What am I missing? I literally have been on the front page, like, scrolling through, like, am I on this somewhere that I didn't see? And I don't see it. I don't see me. So where do all these people come from? This is not normal. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for your presence. You're just playing often. Awesome. Okay, I was like, I am pretty plain today. Like, I didn't know I was playing often, but good to know. I do like wearing plain shirts because a lot of logos on shirts are too big. Hearing here DeejayKnight singing broke. Thought DeejayKnight was singing my theme song for a minute. I mean, it's definitely my theme song. So that's a thing. All right, but let's look for the Hornet Mark II, because I don't think I remember ever really looking it up. I'm about to pop this balloon. I don't want to, but I'm gonna do it. All right, let me load this Hornet up real quick. Boop. Just so we can see what the fuss is about. Let me remove the Argo part. All right, so the Wildfire, I haven't seen in a while. We got the Hornet Mark 1. This is the Hornet Mark 2. Do they even show this Z on here yet? Nope. Sheesh. So that's the Hornet Mark 2. That's the F7C Hornet Mark 2. So the F7C is the military one, and the A is the one that is you convert from. Right. UEE Navy's premier carrier-based fighter craft, the F-7A, is the frontline attack ship for military combat missions. Okay, so I'm backwards. While not outfitted for long-range runs, the Hornet can take her share of hits and dish out a consistent, powerful response. Okay, so this is the military one. Oh, go back. Go back to that. What you doing? Show me that. Show me that. Golly, that's darn pretty. Darn pretty. That thing pretty. All right, so that actually makes sense. C for civilian, or my brain said C for civilian, and then A for assault, but I was just wrong. It's got a party mouth. It really does. Also, what up, Strike Boy? How you doing? I'm doing well. Appreciate you, Rain. All right, so yeah, that doesn't have the turret. The turret alone makes perfect sense as to why everybody wants to cop it and then upgrade. Logical. Medium fighters. This tame the power, speed, and offensive punch of the UEE Navy's premier carrier-based fighter, made famous by its dominating role in the Van Duel War. Deku, why are you down here sitting on Korra? She only has so much space. She don't be messing with you. Come here, man. Come out here. What are you doing? No. Come on. Deku had to make himself known. He was like, I'm gonna give you kisses on your feet, did he? I'm in. Down. He's like, if I'm cute enough, he won't say nothing. You can equip the turret ball from what I understand. Interesting. You own one of the F7A Mark 1 upgrade kits from Veterans Day in 2013. They are making that a free full F7A Mark 1 in your hangar. I don't even remember. I wasn't even around in 2013, so sadly that could not be me. I found out about the game in December of 2015. I started streaming March of 2015, and I didn't even have a PC at the time. Like I lucked out. I still remember YouTube Overlord was the first person to give me a big enough tip to like, hey man, upgrade your computer. So then I did, and then we kind of went on from there. No upgrades to the Mark 1, the Mark 2 though. Fair. Neon with a follow. Appreciate you. All right, so let's look at this thing. 160. All right, we are not gonna just do this, but let's see what we have in our fleet that we could upgrade to the Mark II. That is similar in price, because I ain't got no money. Now the Prospector, I could see myself CCUing. Now I do like mining, so I don't know if I would. Not melting the Clipper for it. Definitely not melting the Razor for it. The C1 Spirit is going nowhere. The C1 Spirit has, for me, replaced the Buck. D-Lion, what up? I've replaced the Buccaneer with the C1 Spirit, and I am absolutely A-okay with that. Prospect was so cheap in game, though. True. So that would only require $20 to CCU the Prospector over to the big boy Hornet. And I feel like my Prospector has LTI, so that should be easy game. All right, so that might be the next payday situation. And payday is in like a week, so cold. Ship prices going up in 323. That is not surprising to me. I feel like one of the things that I've seen and that we've talked about Star Citizen over years is that yesterday's price is not today's price, right? Star Citizen, when it releases, is going to be $60 minimum, possibly moving to $70 because of the way the developers have been upping their prices, but I feel like at least 60 prices are going to be the standard. Once Squadron 42 drops, that's when I feel like at minimum the price is going up to $60. 45 is no longer going to be the entry price, I don't think. So I feel like once Squadron 42 is done, everything's changing. But good to know about the ship prices going up to 323. I need to look that up. I was looking for my hanger. I don't know why I clipped all that. Hanger. What's my mother loving ship? Now this is the sub gift for this month. The Hull C library, Quantanium water bottle, and then the Hull A library, and then a water bottle. I don't have either of them, so I want to see what these water bottles look like though, because if they're awesome, one, I may want to try to figure out how to 3D print one and then take it to headquarters. And two, I may give it away to somebody who has a Hull A or a Hull C and can prove it. All right. The Luckbringer SMG, because this is what I do like. I feel like once Invictus launch week happens, we're going to get another one of the referral, like, joy situations. I mean, if Skull and Bones is considered a quad A game, selling base for like $80, Squadron 42 Star Citizen should be like 6 A's at least and go for $100 each. Actually, I need to start actually playing Skull and Bones. I have it installed. What is time? Like Helldivers is taking up so much of my stream time. Worthy, of course, a worthy take up of time, but like, it's been a thing. Quantanium Hydro Pack is cool and I would print it. Okay. All right, Year of the Dog envelope. You got to keep the Year of the Dog envelope, fam. Like, my envelopes are fancy. Better before they decide it's not making any money and shut it down. Savagery. Karna Fate Rifle. Okay. We got the Dragonfly. Oh my goodness, I forgot about all this. We got that full kit. And also, I died wearing some of this armor. So I feel like one of the fam, does Vet Raptor have my gear still? If you have it, good. I hope so. The Whirlwind paint goes for the Steve, the Cyclone, and the Nox. And then the Whirlwind Shoddy. Let's actually, let me look something up, because I need to see what my store credit's talking about. Like, oh, 40 cents. I have 40 cents in store credit. Deku, why are you on my standing mat? He just put his entire body against me right now. My gear now? That sounds about right. 3.23 on PTU yet? I believe it is. Also, let me check a thing real quick. Like, I'm gonna check something. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. Thank you for the follow. Hey, we got the follow from Issa's Spectrum. Appreciate you. think it's on my Vanguard. No, you're fine, fam. Keep it. It is Evo only at the moment. Yep. So let me see something real quick. Let me make sure I got it. I'm probably gonna. Some people may dislike me for this. I'm just gonna click install. I'm not gonna play because I don't want to play. And I'm not gonna be able to share the screenshots or videos of it anyways. You know what? Cancel the install. Screw it. Cancel that. Because I want to install it so bad. But you know what? I feel like at some point the PTU is gonna go from Evocati only to everybody. So let's install it now. There's something new drop. If you are in Evocati, you can play 3.23 right now. Funny how looking at your RSI account can leave you feeling like your bank account only a couple dollars left. Basically that. Exactly that, in fact. Let me see if I have anything that I would melt for it. Because I feel like I have something that's worth 20 bucks that I don't necessarily want, that I could melt and be fine. But a lot of my ships are LTI tokens, so probably not. Like I'm looking at the Lumini 2952 Argo MPUV referral, and that one I CCU to a Fury, so nah. But yeah, I'm installing 3.23 right now with the PTU just so that we can be ready when it goes to everybody. Because PTU has been a thing that I love the fact that you can talk about it now. But like I don't like to play the PTU because playing the PTU gives away my excitement that happens when I'm playing. If that makes sense. Ho ho ho, I was right. It's a subscriber thingamajig. So that's with the Magnus touring thing, and I like that Quantanium sample case. I literally have a Silk Silver PLA that is shiny that I would print that, and then if I can find the detailed image of that, I could print that too. No Cotty for me. To be fair, I've been playing this game and like posting on Spectrum and talking about this game publicly since 2015. So I've been there for a while. I just don't play it because I don't play it until it's public because I want to be able to stream what I'm doing. If I can't stream it for me in Star Citizen, that kills the point. Or make videos. If I can make a video and release it, I would probably give up a couple of days of streaming to play some and then record it and edit and do all the cool stuff. But I can't, so I won't. Now that is cool. Trailblazer Libraries create a cool understated style for your whole A and C with gray on top and dark red on the bottom. This item is available for all subs to pledge for in the subscriber exclusive store. I thought that was like a toy. I was like, is that a toy ship that's in the game right now? I did not know that the difference between the whole A and C was that big. The whole A looks like a joke in comparison. What kind of game is Star Citizen FPS? Yes, alternate. Very much an FPS. We're about to play here shortly. I'm updating a version of the game that I'm not gonna be playing yet, but might as well just update it. That's actually not gonna take as long as I thought it was going to. A little bit over 10 minutes, and we'll slide in. Sometimes I forget how long a road this has been. I mean, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. Now, I feel like I really do want to print the hydration pack. I want that. Need that. Need that. FDM printers don't make watertight shapes. Oh, no. I know it's not going to be made for water, but I would still print it for visuals. Like, I fully don't expect it to be water. Like, and yeah, the second I saw it, I was like, yeah, I want to print that. You were spot on, Drew. So yeah, I want to, since I have a printer that I could print it. I could print like a shiny photo paper. Let me open this in a new tab just so I can get the image. Look at that. Look at that. Like I could print the label on photo paper. And then I don't have that color teal in a filament, but I should have, I know I have at least a full spool of silk silver. So I could print this. Yeah. I may have to find a decent CAD program to try and model that if I can't find a good enough model online, which I don't think I'm gonna find it because it's brand new. Use Blender. I have Blender installed, or had Blender installed. Oh wait, it's still installed. Cool. You can have that cast in aluminum and get it laser inscribed. What's funny is that you don't. I've seen somebody use like. So literally somebody on TikTok who basically has been taking prints and then like electro plating their prints. So they use a paint that is, I can't even remember the specific word, but then they put like some metal in there and then like they plug in a battery or something to it and just like turn it on for a while. And then it just like turns a 3D print into like metal plating. Beautiful. Instructions unclear. Use Blender. Wound up with a margarita. I mean, it's a solid way to use a blender, to be fair. It's a great move, in my opinion. Now I'm looking at the whole A. I'm gonna run the whole A in game, see what it's about, see what I could do with it. Just print a normal print, place it in sand to create a mold, and pour it with aluminum, and just work out the details. Yeah, but that's a whole lot of aluminum, right? Like I would have to figure out how to pour in enough, because technically I could print the buck for it basically, because I have the visor buck for the Helldiver's helmet that I want to print. Like this requires me to make a vacuum sealing box. So I gotta get wood, I got drills, so I can just drill some holes in it. But like, I need to be able to shrink plastic to this shape because it's gonna be up here. Can't remember if this is the top or not. I think this is the bottom. Yeah, so this is gonna be like right here. So we got a lot of cool stuff that I got to figure out when it comes to 3D printing. I will take a margarita. Also same. Want to be good at Blender. Got one of those Udemy courses for it. But man, that suite is just beyond me. Ever since they did the ship design contest, that awoke something in me. I mean, if you got a course, do it. I'm always going to be here to tell people, if you want to learn something, do that shit immediately. The longer you take to do it, the less likely you are to. So go do it. Oh, wait. All right, so let's see. 71 gigs. We had 80 some a minute ago. I feel like I can't cancel it now because the only thing I can do is pause it. So we got to wait for it to finish. So let's see what we can watch Star Citizen related real quick, like, because everything else is done. We could have just started the game, but I had to just like, yeah, let me install it real quick. Strike while the iron's hot. Yep. While you have the motivation to do it, that is the time to start doing a thing. That is the immediate moment where the minute you have free time, go do it. You have to. You have to. Because if you don't, it's going to take longer for you to do it. Which is no good. No fun. Oh, boom. Oh, they got another 3D printable minis bundle. Son of a dirty. Why does this bundle do this to me? Like, Humble Bundle always putting out something that I want. Look at this. Undead Pirates Pack. Thralls of Ooze. Carnivorous Plants. Lurkers of the Deep. Now, where's the Sci-Fi? Inferno Hive. Nightmare Grotto. California Jungle Predators. Worms and Subterranean Stuffs. Giant spiders. Zombos. Come on, man. I want all of that. I want all of that. And it's on my mini factory. I love my mini factory. Love it. Want it. Also, let me just go ahead and cop the link for it. So if you want to use the link, and go grab yourself the 3D Masters Compendium. If we were talking about some 3D printing stuffs, there you go. You got options. Go do. Go do. Speaking of striking while the iron's hot. What kind of printer you running? I have 2 right now. I have the I had 3. I sold one of them. I had a Ankermake M5 and sold it because after I was lucky enough to get the Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon, courtesy of Navy Federal last November. Yeah, no, just it felt wrong. The camera and the X1 Carbon dumped on it so hard that I just like, nope. Also, it's just not as easy to use. So I've been sticking with Bamboo's ease of use. Now I know Ankermake switched over to the closer to the Prusa slicer, but like just so much faster with the Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon. Ooh, Cyberpunk handguns. What? Oh, this is for games. Oh, see, they're about to. Every time I get the urge to like start making stuff in Unreal and like in games and just like to do cool things, they do something like this. And like each one of these is $99, but I can spend $25 and get all of it. See, I need payday. I can't wait for payday because I need it. Like, because it is a regular thing. For those of you who don't know, I have a background in game design. I taught people how to make video games at Full Sail University and did so for like 4 years. So for 4 years, I taught people, hey, here's how you make video games. So like this is, every time I see one of these, I'm like, let me just get this so that when the iron strikes for me, I do it. And I think at some point real soon, we're probably gonna have to do this by summer where we just start doing it. We just start making stuff because I can't not do it. And is Unity in here too? Come on. At least that looks like Unity. Lartis Studio and Awesome Toots. Oh, that's just C#. Okay. I know C#. I taught people how to code in C#. So that's super interesting. Create auto landscape material tutorials. Time-lapse tutorial. Come on. I want all of this. Creator boombox. Can you see what it is? Can we see what it sounds like though? Nah. All right, bet. I'm about to get a certification in C#. Hell yeah, fam. Congrats. Master Unity, Unreal Engine, Blender, and more. Speaking of Blender. Oh, I like books way too much for this. And it's Pact Publishing. Pact has some of my favorite books. I literally have Pact books for Unreal, like for multiple versions ago, Unreal and Unity on that bookshelf because we use them at Full Sail. Oh, this is cool. I want all of these. Blender 4 guides. Yo. Blender Beginners Bootcamp. Yo. I need all these. I would see this. Broke. I hate it. I hate it with a fiery passion. All right, so 25 for this. And another 25 for this. So $50. And then for music, I don't know if I want the music bundle. That's $20 for that. We'll wait. So that's at least $50. Now that's a lot of stuff. Cyber Shield. Ooh. Anything cybersecurity related is a good idea to get into if you already know code. So that's another thing I'm tempted to get into. I don't know Python well. Wait a minute, 3D CAD. 3D artist. Hold up. Inspiring audio for film and gaming. What? See, this is literally I would add all these to my cart if I could right now. Because I want to. Like I love, there's something about learning that is just
dubs.
Like I always want to be learning. Okay, so we got 3D CAD 11 Pro. Yeah, I don't know if I want to this is straight up architecture. That's more than I'm trying to do on my learning. I don't know if I'm ready for home stuff, but give me some 3D printable stuff. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this. The fact that they have games is hilarious to me. CAD solutions. What you got on the CAD though? So I actually do want to find a CAD program because I want to start doing stuff, and I know that I can do some stuff with Blender, but like, I also want to learn some CAD stuff. Let me just close that out. 3D artist. Let's see. Ooh. Blender, Maya, ZBrush. Okay. Okay. Blender's free, so I would definitely be sticking to Blender for this. Okay, they got the substance on it. Yeah. Sculpting in Blender. Okay. Maya. 3D props. Texture baking. Okay. So a lot of stuff that I haven't done in years, but I would learn to do for making stuff. Oh, Snidass, we got Bandit Badgers with the raid. Appreciate you. Thanks much, Bandit Badgers. How you doing? What you up to? Appreciate you coming to hang out. All right. We're at 22 gigs, so we're not much longer left, and then we'll be in the game because of reasons. Now, inspiring audio for film and gaming, game devs, filmmakers, and creators of every discipline. This was for you. Bundles jam-packed with over 22 hours of royalty-free music ready to add to your latest creation, whether you're going for dark and eerie in your game or need to add some bright summertime vibes to your video project. The bundle has you covered. Pay what you want with 30 music and loop tracks valued at over $1,000 to help support Children's Miracle Network. Let's go. We got Issa Spectrum with the Prime sub. Appreciate you.
Thank you for your Prime subscription.
This is the way.
Appreciate you. Can we get some DJK Primes in chat to celebrate that Prime sub? You didn't have to do it. I appreciate that you did. Thank you very much. All right, so Country Dreams. Let's. Ah. Too much. It's too slow. Where's the? Where the good ones at? Where the good ones at? Appreciate your coffee and Kralt with them primes. Good looking out. I love that emote. I love the emote. Let's see if we're looking for no lo-fi. Bet. What them fat beats? I was looking for some lo-fi. Wasn't in there. Now this one. Cinematic sound effects. We get a sound. Ooh, hell, there we go. Let's go. Is that a joke? Why won't you play that over here? How dare you? Like, play the sound. Now drones. I like drones. Huh? Then we gotta restart this. Is this all the same? It's all the same sound video. I want to see what it sounds like, man. I want to see what. Ooh, Sci-Fi. Stop playing with me. So, yet another thing that I want. 20 there. 25 there. It's like $100 and stuff that I want. All right. So I think next time I buy one of these, we're immediately going to go to like, all right, bet we are going to start streaming me learning something with these tools. Cause I have to at this point. Like I have too many of them. Lo-Fi Girl YouTube channel is a newish dark ambient channel that works for me. The synthwave is great as well. Noise. Heard recently when we hear rain in film and games is actually frying meat. Yep. I saw that on a TikTok and that man's was frying bacon and just put the mic to it and it sounded exactly like all the rain. And then somebody stitched it and was like, you mean to tell me that I've been falling asleep to fried bacon for years? What kind of big back bull is this? And I can't unhear it because once I saw it, it was just, well, that happened. That happened. That is a thing that exists. Let me see. Ooh, let me see something. All right. I didn't find anything that I wanted to melt. To get that $20 in store credits so that I could CC you over the prospector. Soon. Something's going to happen. Something I'm going to find and I'll be like, yeah, I can melt that. I'll be all right with it. Yeah. Bleh. Now, I have a links. I don't know if I'm ever going to need the links, so I could melt the links, and then I'll have plenty of store credit. But then the problem is I had, although it wasn't in a POA Nox LTI originally, that it wasn't like, it doesn't look like it was one of the referral bonuses because it doesn't say referral bonus. So I could just get I can get the Nox back later. But like, I'm never going to use the links, man. Not over G12. Like, so like I could just do that and then have the Hornet today. Because I'm not super likely to use the links. I'm just gonna be real. Like I think I was just excited about that one because it's a land vehicle and I like land-based vehicles. And then I'll still have $30 in store credit to do something else with. I think that's the thing that gets me right now. That's the thing that makes it important to me. I think I'm gonna do that. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. I do love my Hornet. I mean, I have the F8C, so there's that. But like simultaneously, there's a big warning. So apparently I had something that was super valid. The process is intended to be final, although some pledges may be available for reacquisition using the buyback system if applicable, and as long as the buyback system remains available. Items required with the use of store credits are bound to your account and non-giftable. Please acknowledge the following before submitting. Some limited availability items included or contained within the exchange pledge are permanently relinquished. If this pledge was made at a discounted price, the discounted price will be permanently relinquished on exchange. No Power World, not right now. Did they put out a major update, FTP? That's the first time I've heard Power World in about a month. Yeah, today. Okay, now we got to see what the Power World patch is about. All right, so now that we've got that, we can go and upgrade and get this Hornet before I start the game, which let's do it. So then we can finish all these missions and actually have the upgrade token. Doesn't the links come with a character by default? It does, but I CCU that to a G12. So yeah, my package was the UEE Expiration 2948 package. I literally melted everything that I had so that I could get this pack because it came with a Carrack and a bunch of other stuff. The Dragonfly Black I feel like is default. The Cyclone RN I feel like is default. The Scorpius, there it is. And then the Zeus Mark II Clipper. Like, I thought I had that Cyclone. It might have been a G12 and I'd CCU'd it to a Cyclone, but Medical Ursa coming out, probably. And then we got the Mustang Omega AMD edition, courtesy of Power Fork. Appreciate you again. And then we got the Saber Raven because we literally, the stream PC was from Cloud Imperium during when the Intel Octane released, and the Saber Raven is the Intel ship. So I literally have the Intel versus AMD ship battle right here, capable of selling issues. You see the leaked no board coming out? No board? Oh, the war bond. Yeah. A week from today. It looks great. It's all about explosives. Like the grenade pistol was impressive to me. It's like a grenade launcher, but a pistol. Also, I need to make the video for it because I didn't yet. Links comes with the Connie Phoenix. All right, so we need to go to Overdrive. Right over here. I can just click this and not have to hunt for stuff because of reasons. So we go to the bottom of this page. I don't want a buck. Corsair, Hornet Mark II. I think that's the one. Beauty Affairs, upgrade now. So then we get to the Prospector. $20. All right, I don't like the checkout part because I don't know what they show on what checkout page anymore. But I don't like my info being out there like that, so I don't like to put that out there yet. Let's see. Let's see. $55.40 in store credits. Lego. They show too much. Oh yeah, I typically don't like glasses reflect. Yeah, but glasses don't reflect like the details that I'm talking about. That changes the game. Now we have a secondary doing primary powers. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, I've worn these glasses regularly enough that. Oh, I know. I just am not as worried. All right, so let me go back a page though, because they're telling me about the icebound paint. I don't want the icebound paint. I'm also curious about the.
Thank you for the follow.
Hey, appreciate that follow. No asshole. That's a hell of a name. Hell of a name. Ooh, paint superiority pack. Interesting. So the paint superiority pack comes with the iron scale, icebound, and a sand looking paint job. The Simum. Dominating different shades with the icebound and iron scale paint schemes for the F7 Mark Hornet Mark II, as well as a Simum camo library. We got Jane Wayot with the Subarino for Prime. Appreciate you. Can we get some primes in chat, fam? Thank you much. Appreciate it. All right, so it's 5:37. We got to get off at about 6, so I have enough time. If I cop this to show off the skins in game, which I feel like is a solid way to be. Well, there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, but I'm not trying to make it easier, fam. That's all I'm saying. Like, the reflection is not that good for now. Also, if you notice, I like tilt my head down real far. Like, always love a good Star Citizen discussion, fam. I miss having the Star Citizen discussions that we always have, but like, I try not to overdo it because it's real easy to do. It's real easy to do because we could talk about Star Citizen literally nonstop. Boom, boom. All right, boom. $0.00 because store credit. Let go. Yay. 3.23 drops, and we're going to have a lot of those. Oh, guaranteed. I feel like there's going to be so many Star Citizen conversations happening in ways that are not regular. Because we're going to have far more people who have heard of this game and know of this game that are just like, walk me through it. Is going to change a lot of things. And in my opinion, that's beautiful for us all. But like, a lot is going to be different. Because I feel like 3.23, once we get 3.23 and they make sure that once we get the elevators added, that is going to be the big deal. Lots of noobs don't know what a 30K is. Oh, yeah. But I feel like once we get the elevators in, that's going to be huge. You know, 3.23 is going to be that big. Oh, 3.23 is going to be gigantic. The new UI for the regular game in and of itself, the loot UI, the personal information, the interaction system's been delayed, and the elevators, the freight elevators for the hangars has been delayed, but the hangars themselves are going to be coming back. We haven't seen hangars in Star Citizen in years, but the UI alone, huge. I feel like if they just put out the Moby-Glass UI updates and the new map, the new star map, those three games or those three things could change the game for people out of the gate alone. But you add in master modes, you add in the loot UI, you add in I feel like they weren't sure on the locations for the distribution centers yet. Like, at least they showed them tentative on that page, so I don't know yet about that. But ridiculous amounts of stuff. Like, even without the distribution centers, even if we're talking about the creatures, and now that there's going to be hunting missions for animals, the new character customizer, the fact that there's going to be beards and tattoos, and like, that is a lot. A whole lot. Big patches bring big bugs, but I'm still super hyped. Oh no, my expectations, I try for Star Citizen to never get above a certain level. Should we confirm things or not? I mean, if there's something that I'm talking about that I'm wrong about, I want to know, because I don't want to be saying these are happening. Because I thought the freight elevator was removed. What's my favorite video game weapon, gun or melee? Ooh. My first thing that comes to mind is the Soul Reaver. Cause like that sword was just like a part of his arm. It just like Distro's already showing him a game. Oh well then good. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Let go. Let go. Let's see. Everybody's on like a join. We got Raptors not in, but Taco's in. Wash Bear's in. Oh, could I be the last person to join the van server? If the game lets us in. We only got 15 minutes, but like, even if we just go up to and open, just pull out, well, maybe not even pull it out, deliver to the station, the Hornet Mark II, and then put one of the paints on. Cargo elevators were not removed. It's the feature to recover account-bound items. Wait, what? I thought the whole elevators were scrapped for the feature. Like, that makes it even better, because that means that you can still call up a ship and then move it and then call up more stuff from the freight elevators. Yo. This game, man. This game is just beauty personified. Also, I can't wait. I got to find this webcam fan because I miss VoIP. Like, I usually turn my camera all the way off because VoIP maps my face to my character's face. And then we should be doing this. We should be talking like this. I just keep my head steady in real life because it makes the VoIP better. So the more I move, the less it's gonna see it. But like rude, like ugh. And then you add in the emotes. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to them fixing. Hopefully that gets fixed in 3.23. Is like when you press the keybinds for emotes, they just stop. Like, probably not here if anyone asks. I'm doing market research. Hey, nothing wrong with market research. Sometimes you gotta market research, fam. Sometimes you gotta do some research. All right, so let me eat this. It's always F12. All right, so if you're watching and you're curious, DJ, why do you like Star Citizen? Because we are on Seraphim Space Station. Seraphim Station. Seraphim Station is massive, right? Absolutely massive. It looks little right here, but this whole little area is primarily Crusader. Crusader is this big gas giant in the center. These are the little hovering cities that are all over Crusader, right? Fine and dandy. But then you go to a moon like Chelon. Chelon has a security post Correa, which is, you know, it's a cop-out post. But like every one of those little points you see on there is like an important place. Now, one of the things that they added in, I feel like in December, was more locations that aren't really on these maps. So you could literally fly in between this private property and maybe security post Lessman. There might be a little settlement in between there. And that's a whole ass moon. Like, it's not like a fake moon. It is the size of a moon. It's nice. And yeah, the new map system, I am already stupidly excited for it. Like, we get the follow from Steven. Appreciate you. All right, the server's FPS is not the best. I probably should have just went to the EU joint. But I wanted to slide onto a server where somebody I knew was on. All right, what's the server FPS here anyways? All right, we're looking at a 4. Oh, no. I don't need to be on the server this bad, fam. I'm going to go to the EU again. When mesh servers come, hopefully it gets better. Yes. I feel like server meshing is already going to be a thing. Like, they've already done multiple tests of server meshing, and I'm very excited to see where it goes. Let me just stick to the EU servers, because nah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so let's see what the server. Oh, 7. All right. How's the frame rate though? So vehicles in the countdown recovery were pieces of it that have been delayed. That works fine for me. I prefer 200 people and better server performance. Yeah, I feel like if the fact that they even had 800 people says everything. What's the referral code for? If you decide to get the game and you use the type out the link that I posted on the screen, that is a number that lets them know that one more person has been sent from this stream to go and create an account, because you can create an account without having to buy the game. So if you create an account, technically if you type out that URL, it automatically populates the code. But basically they do free flies, so you can create an account, come back later when they do a free fly, which I feel like once they release 3.23, this major update that we're waiting for, there's going to be a free fly. And a free fly is basically where they're like, hey, look, come into the game. Everybody gets a bunch of ships. Try it out. See if you might like it. And a lot of people end up playing this game. What ship are we rocking today? I just CCU'd over a couple ships. That's cross chassis upgrade for those of you who have not picked up the game yet. Cross chassis upgrade is basically ships that I own, IRL. I melted one of my ships and I used the store credit to upgrade one of my other ships to a new ship. So I did that. Cheeseburger with a multiple Z's. Appreciate the follow. All right, let me see if do I have food in my pocket? I do not. I do have my helmet though, which is important. So let's go ahead and drop this in there. Let's put this in here, maybe. Okay, so it's not gonna let me put it in there yet. All right, let me eat some food. They're not gonna let me grab a pizza, but I will take a couple waters out of principle. Also, how you doing today, Vet? Let's see. That was a 3.23 PTU patch notes I was looking at. Not ready for testing. Hangers and elevators. You're fine, fam. There will never be a situation in which I am going to be too frustrated. So it's words, man. Like, worst case scenario, I was wrong. You're right. I mean, that happens. Oh, one thing I am sad about is that on my other body, I did have one of the store that. I had one of the multi-tool guns, like multi-tool rifles that allows you to pick up boxes. I always look for those things because I always want one. Once we have full dynamic server meshing, we'll get a stupid number of people as long as they're spread out. I suspect that people are going to spread out, or getting people to spread out will be a big thing in the future, guaranteed. Why did I go to that? I'm going to go here. Tilt it. Wait, where's my water? I just bought another water. Oh, wait. Stored it, apparently. I didn't mean to store it. How did I store it? I didn't purposefully do it. Interesting. Where did we log out?
I think you're going to be happy with that.
Store it. I'm at Seraphim. So it might have been Seraphim. I don't know if you logged out of Seraphim, but I did. Can I buy one of these pizzas, man? Like, I see the pizzas.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Do I have to actually talk to you to buy a pizza? Is that a thing that they added in? Click your face. Boop. I'll boop your nose. Boop. No? All right, bet. All right. Can I get a running head start? Oh, you would put the top up there to keep me from jumping back there and grabbing pizza, because I was gonna figure out how to grab the pizza, and realizing that I can't. Like, you might as well just keep pushing, because I'll do that all day. I have a tendency to be sidetracked. Like, oh wait, I can't do that. I'm gonna figure it out though. I'm gonna figure out a way to do it. Store 2 empty bottles in the stack. When you pull it out, it'll be full. Interesting. Just logged out in Daymar. Nice. You hit the Galleria real quick. Go grab a bite just so I can make sure that my food and drink is good before we slide. Torpedo burrito, but is there an easily accessible burrito? Also, I'm probably gonna have to go get one of them weps, because I don't like leaving an area without a wep on me, especially because I feel like the Overdrive missions that I'm on, since we did phases 1 and 2, they are on ship-to-ship battles, if memory serves. I could be wrong, but I'm guessing so. If I could choose out of these. Let me get one of these. Give me it. Yeah. Next character creator update we need is body hair. Need my bird's nest chest bush for low cut for top. Whoa. That's a lot of words, and I've missed so many of them. All right. Categories, personal WAPs. We got the BR2. What are we gonna get for the BR2? BR2 shotgun mags. So let's go to buy. Get 6 of them. Is it too many? Probably. Don't care. Gotta have that thick, hairy chest. You're trying to get your Tom Selleck going. Let's see what you're trying to do. You're trying to Magnum PI your way through the Star Citizen. You're not slick. We understand what you're trying to do. We see it. All right, so I think that's enough for this. I was gonna buy a backpack, but they don't have backpacks here. They just got guns. You and your silly weapons. You and your silly weps. Unannounced. Move. Cities. Move. Subcategories. Clothing. Miscellaneous. Clothing. Nah, man. Yeah, no backpacks. We out. Feeling when your friend request gets denied. What? What happened? Did you send me a friend request in this game and I didn't accept it yet? I do run an SRV, so I need to be bearded and hairy and sweaty with my one-piece outfit. Jokes. All right, so let me actually pull this ship here and pull it up because we got to leave in 6 minutes. We got a family thing that we got to head to this evening, so like there is no like a delay. There's no chance to survive. We have to make our time. I did, but it was giving me shit. All right, cool. What is your in-game name? This? All right, cool. See, just hadn't accepted it. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. Account created. Hell yeah, Naruchimaro, good to see you, fam. Welcome to the account having side of the verse. Now, you don't have to pick up a copy of the game yet. You can give that time to figure out when, if you want to do so. I feel like once this goes live, the free fly will be a thing. And like once 3.23 goes live, there will be a way for people to play for free without having to spend money. Like it's too big of an update. At least a week of Invictus launch week. I know there's gonna be a lot of bugs, a lot of them, and there's gonna be a lot of them that get fixed. There's gonna be a lot of them that remain, but there's gonna be a lot of people playing this. Invictus normally has a free to fly. Exactly. So I do want to play in Arena Commander probably tomorrow because they have the double dogs in Arena Commander. Where I don't know what the purpose of the double dogs is, but let me go ahead and eat that real quick. Like sometimes you got to get the double glizzy with new ships. Ooh. Are you an Evocati tester? I am. I just don't play a lot in Evocati because I prefer to be able to stream my play in Star Citizen. I feel like there's so many things that are exciting about this game that I never want to do too much without. Oh man, you can't store them. I'm offended a little bit. Hey, Damask, what up? But yeah, there's something about streaming it that I don't want to. I'm never gonna like fake surprise, but like seeing a thing for the first time, doing a thing for the first time. I feel like that's why this stream exists. So I don't want to ever take away from that, if that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. See, you already said it before I even said it. Now, who am I going to hit with a glizzy is the question. Because we can yeet the glizzy or the stuff we carry. Oh no, I didn't mean to hold it. I was trying to yeet it. I was about to launch this thing. I was like, somebody getting hit upside the head with a hot dog. Too late. Now they're not. I'm sad about that part. Like, for real, for real. For real, for real. All right, so now we will head down the elevator back to the main area. If I can find it, like, I feel like it's got to be in here. There it is. Okay, I didn't know if that was fam or not. First time you sit in your ship chair and some random critter from the wilds sneaks aboard and climbs in your lap, right? I'm gonna flip out. Starfield, not at all. So I'll look at the dog animal thing someone caught and let loose in the space station. Break in NDAs.
Actually, I don't handle that sort of thing.
Who the fuck is even in this elevator? Huh? Huh? I don't handle that sort of thing. Like, I wasn't asking anybody to handle anything. I don't know why y'all just looking at those specific panels, but
Welcome to the ASOS
double dog is liable to take them out. That's the point. You yeet the double glizzy out of principle. So now we got the Hornet Mark II that is mine. So now we really got to finish the Overdrive, because I want to be able to rack a body with my Hornet Mark II. All right, let me hit the F1 real quick. Go into the vehicle loadout manager, because if we go in here, and yes, I have a lot of ships. Don't roast me for having a lot of ships. See how good a Mercury Starrunner is at low flying. I would not try to low fly with the Mercury because it is gigantic. Now the C1, I've seen people low flying with the C1, and even that is beefy. Get the military upgrade missions done. We have 2 weeks of them done. I know we got to work on 3. 4, I feel like, comes out tomorrow. So we got a work to do. Oh, we can't get the library yet because we're not at Orison. I was gonna pull it up.
Welcome.
All right, so we'll do this and just go land at Orison real quick, so that we can at least put one on. Just a matter of time for the F7A upgrade. Europe. Need to see the changes to an A. That's the idea. That's the idea. That's why we got to finish the missions. Because the idea that they're giving everybody a complimentary upgrade from a civilian to a military ship is nice. And also, I feel like that's probably going to be the kind of thing that they kick off once Squadron 42 goes live. Is like, you get it F8C, but like maybe there's going to be different versions of that we don't know about yet. There it is. There it is. F7 civilian. I think it's pretty, man. Real pretty. Look at it. Just pretty. I tried it after I got my FSR with the name reservation after saving up for a year. Nice. Splatted all over the sands. On Daymar 3 times. Yeah, it's a chunky. It's a chunky ship for that. I'm so glad that I added in the keybind back in. Oh no. Ooh. Default, it's pretty good for the Mark II. I mean, it is a baby blue paint. That's fair. It's a baby blue paint. What I was not trying to do is get back out in space and have forgotten to put my helmet back on, because that's how I got slept in the first place. Double click is faster for what? For storing stuff? Maybe. Nice ship. You putting ballistics on it? Eventually. Right now, I'm just trying to get it off the ground and then park it at Orison, because that's where all my my libraries are. We're gonna go park it at Orison one time, and then we slide for the night. Please visit again. Man, how dare you? Landing gear real quick. Look at this pretty. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Even though you can't really play in this view, I just like being in this screenshot generator-esque. It's like this game is screenshot generator 2024. Like always has been, and just proves itself to be that every time. Boom, look at that. Just tilted just a little bit. Wait, the other way, go back the other way. Boom, there we go. Now we got the whole station in the shot. Boop, and then maybe we go up like this. We tilt it down. We tilt it up. So we get a proper ship in the bottom, station in the back shot. Right. And yeah, I know I said back shots. Thanks. Now get your names out the gutter. Get your minds out the gutter. You're nasty. You're nasty. You're real nasty. We know. Boom, look at that. Ooh. Not that. Let me hit the... Which one is it? There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Get that super close up. Get that zoomy zoom. Get that zoom. Get that depth of field like, Depth of field like, Look at it. Also, this is always one of my favorite things. Being able to just like move in close. And when Voight works, and we're this far out from my player's face, you will still see my player talking. I love it when my avatar does what I want it to do. Let's go. You playing Badfinger's Baby Blue on YouTube while flying this Hornet? Fair. Pepperidge Farm members. You remember the 2.0 times when they removed the flight suits and you had to put them on from the terminal next to the airlock? I do not remember that. Goodness. One of the most beautiful game ever made, hands down. It is absolutely gorgeous. All right, so I'm pretty sure we got to look for the hubs like that. I feel like that's going to be where we need to land. I always get caught up in these because there's so many. All I'm going to do is zoomy zoom with a boom boom. Just shoot the rockets. Nope, wrong one. Always feels like a guess. Yeah, because there's a lot happening at Orson. I feel like there's always a hub, but it's like trying to figure out the right hub is the question. Or it might just be too far out, which is also possible. I don't think it's that way. I think I was heading in the right direction, or this way-ish. I feel like I'm still getting the biggest land here vibes in this area. I'm probably wrong. I feel like I always have this time. I always have this every time I come to Orson. It's that X-looking thing. That's what I thought this was.
You are clear to launch.
Launch? All right, slow it down. I'm going way too fast. Oh, I was right. Lego. You expect me to drop in there? I thought we were... That can't be mine. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, it is. All right, let me slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Also, I love the fact that this is an arrow view hanger, so like, it's like the Apple hanger, basically.
Landing complete. Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay. Offline.
Thought I did a dip like 10 minutes ago, which is why I'm landing here, so that I can get closer to where my stuff is. I wanted to make sure to be where my stuff is, so that next time we come back, we got the stuff. Because I was going to show off the skin or the new paint that I picked up when I CCU'd, but I don't think we have the time for it anymore, sadly. Get back to the spaceport. Unless I can put this in immediately and come back down and immediately dip. I don't know. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so now that we're still here, wait, I can't change it until we go to this and then store it.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
All right, so that's done. And then we close, and then we open this up, and then we go into this, and then we select it in here, and then we go here. Is the other one not in yet? Because I had the Icebound and the Iron Scale and the other one. Where's the other one? Is it not available yet? Rude. Oh well. We'll be back soon, fam. Like tomorrow. Like tomorrow. If you follow, cheer, tip, sub, resub, lurked, rated, gifted subs, you directly support my ability to remain a full-time entertainer, and I have to show you appreciation. Literally, your presence is a present. Just your being here is the reason for the season. So if you enjoyed yourself, hit the follow button. We'd love to see you in a future broadcast. We got a slide here shortly. We got some stuff to do. But as always, your presence is a present. I appreciate the gift. Thank you for the support. Thank you for your presence. Let's go show some love to somebody else who is currently playing the Star Citizen. Swallowed.
Up.
Have you ever been swallowed up? Wildness. Absolutely wild. All right, let's see. Let us spread the love. Oh, noise. We don't often get to raid a Josephine. So let's do exactly that. Amazing broadcaster who regularly brings their community over here. You are in for a treat. So let us head over there. We will see you back here tomorrow. I'm DeejayKnight, full-time space and sci-fi streamer here on Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you are. If you are enjoying yourself, hit the follow or the subscribe. We appreciate you, and we'll see you soon. I'm DeejayKnight, full-time space and sci-fi streamer. Love your faces, love your butts. We'll see you soon. I'm out.